Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowery on the Nerds Has Spoken, here with my partners in crime this week. I got some OnlyFans hobby. I got some OnlyFans projects. How you guys doing?
Doing swell. Well, not doing well now that OnlyFans is going down and I can't do any of my sex shows anymore.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Ooh, I can't wait. Oh my God! So let's go to our guest of the week, Chris. So how was your week, dude?
That was interesting. It's I feel like it's probably every week trying to find and hold down and get a hold of whatever's coming out, trying to figure out what the hell Target's trying to do or Walmart's trying to do.
Never get nothing from Target.
Ollie's has been stupid with putting stuff out. They've been putting so much crap. I swear to God, it's like every couple of days they just throw more and more stuff out. It's like you can't keep up with it. But I've been trying. That's probably why I'm worn out.
Yeah. I've been seeing all those pictures and everything you've been posted in the group chat and stuff. So
yeah, between me and Brandon and Hutch, and holy jeez.
Honestly, I've been so busy with work the last couple of weeks. I haven't been hardly out doing any hunting. So, in fact, as soon as we get off here recording tonight, I still got to work like another 6 hours. So, so is that it for your week, dude?
Pretty much. I got some stuff I can show off later, but other than that,
yeah.
Like fell into it, thank God. But other than that, yeah.
It's like an OnlyFans joke waiting to happen. Anyways, let's go to CocoaSmooth. How was your week, dude?
Well, I did overtime 3 hours of it yesterday. But other than that, it was really boring. It's kind of hot, and well,
Man,
I mean,
we're some lively people this week. Holy shit!
I mean, the fun shit came when when stuff came in the mail. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to talk about that when the
Yeah.
Or when I went to go shopping for when I did the hunt after overtime. Went to the swap meets, and I was pretty excited about all the Funko Pops that I was able to find at the shop. So, but yeah, other than that's my week. And of course, sad news, because my days being able to do sex shows on OnlyFans is numbered. When does it stop? What, October 1st?
October 1st. You can't show the peener anymore.
All 2 inches.
I thought it was 9.8.
That's a good one. Yeah, nice.
Anyways, my week was pretty interesting. So I've been working like crazy at my job during the week, and then of course this weekend the Lynnettes came in town, Justin and Loretta, and they came in Friday night. We kind of hung out, everything else, and Saturday we went to AwesomeCon. So for our audio and visual people, AwesomeCon is a convention that's held in DC pretty much every year. Obviously not last year. And it's just a standard old convention like it normally is. Celebrities, autographs, fucking everything you can think of. People you want to see in cosplay, people you don't want to see in cosplay. It was pretty cool. Like, I got a bunch of pictures and everything, and I'll share with you guys so you can see this. I actually had these. Let me pull this up. Facebook's acting a fool. Let's go to here. Okay, so by the way, shout out, and I will share this so you guys can see this. So we were standing in line, and part of my hauls is I got an autographed picture from Christina Ricci. And so what was kind of cool was, so we were standing in line kind of waiting there. We were the first, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people or something like that, like in line. And shout out to so she's kind of like my niece, right? But she's actually a second cousin. And shout out to her, but she actually got on the cover of AwesomeCon. She was in cosplay. This is her on the left. And we were standing right there while Christina Ricci was doing autographs. And so that was the first picture they did at awesomecon. So shout
That's
out to them
Christina Ricci right there.
right here. Yeah.
Ah, I see what she did there. Try to cover her fat forehead.
Dude, she was pregnant and everything. Like, you know,
Really?
we waited. It wasn't too bad. We waited a little bit. We kind of knew what was going on. You know, she walked out, and dude, she had a belly and everything, obviously from that. But I did not expect her to be that short. I knew she was a small girl, but she was tiny. My cousin's my second cousin or niece, whatever you want to call her. This is Shelby right here. Shout out to her. She was cosplaying there this weekend, and she's only 5'2", and she was a good couple inches taller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When I was standing there, so my head was above this glass, right? My chin was at the glass up here when I was standing next to her.
Wow.
But it was kind of cool because that was the first picture, and then the next thing you know, my cousin gets tagged on like Instagram and Facebook and everything else because she was getting blown up everywhere because of it. So
that's awesome. Kudos to her for coming out too.
Adams.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Did.
Well, my cousin, it was kind of cool. So when we went to AwesomeCon, it was Justin and Loretta, Bethany and myself, and then my cousin John and his two kids, which are Shelby and JJ. And so we just kind of went around, did the normal thing like we did. We got her autograph early on. I wanted to get Michael J. Fox's autograph, but I just couldn't see spending $250 on someone trying to give me an autograph. It looks like a 2-year-old with a crayon wrote with too. So. No, I'm just joking around. I'm just joking around. I know people are going to be like, "Why'd you say that about him? That's messed up." No. Yeah. Ooh. But I was like, dude, I could probably buy a knockoff better than. But anyway, so him and Christopher Lloyd were there and everything. It was pretty cool. And so they were there. We saw them. Like Carl Weathers was there. There was a bunch of people there. Some Power Rangers. John Heater was there from Napoleon Dynamite. So it was a pretty good time. And
if I was there with you guys, I would have definitely brought a lot of Funko Pops to be signed by these people.
So here's some of the pictures taken at the convention when we were there.
Like the comments, was this chick's here?
Yeah, right. So I'll go through a couple of these, and then I'll kind of go down the list and show you guys. So here, I think I could be wrong. This looks just like her. This might be somebody else, but this girl, Lainey Fenney or something like that. She's from the area. She does a lot of cosplay, and I could have swore this is her, but if it's wrong, I'm sorry. But it looks just like her, to be honest. And then I have no fucking clue what this was, but dude, I saw this thing coming down the stairs on the escalator, and my buddy Nate, shout out to Nate Williams, he said this character's name is Moromi, an anime called Paranoia Agent. I've never seen it, but dude, this thing was at the top of the stairs coming down the escalator, and you see these like googly eyes just like staring at people, like just coming down. It was funny as hell.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, I got to see some, as Chris Bishop would say, the Voltron ripoff there. The Megazord. It was kind of cool. That guy made that whole entire costume out of cardboard and everything else. Like, it was pretty wild. Even the mask, it opened up like this and it flipped up, kind of like in the toy, like when you looked at it. So it was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
And then a female Green Ranger. That was pretty cool. I actually, when we were walking around, I accidentally bumped into her, about knocked her ass down. Didn't realize it.
Apparently her name's Sexy Pants.
Yeah, something like that. Chris Bishop over there, Sexy Pants there. But yeah, so, she was pretty cool. She was nice. I was like, oh yeah, sorry for knocking you down, but can I get your picture? Like...
I was gonna say, is she an asshole like the real Green Ranger too?
He would have tried to spar with you if you had not tried to knock him out.
Yeah.
You can get my autograph if you can beat me.
Yeah, right. So we were walking, and this dude had dressed up as Ghost Rider. This was kind of cool, the whole LED gimmick and everything else.
That's pretty wild.
Like there was something he did on his hand when he squeezed it, like something, it started flickering up above. I don't know if it was timed or what, I don't know, but it was pretty cool.
And what a hothead.
Right. Let's see here. Obviously, I'm sitting here. Oh, this was the cool one. So here was Soundwave. This guy did a damn good job of this too.
Does this escape decks open? Does Ravage come out?
I don't know. I didn't check. I felt a little weird walking up to some random guy in cosplay, say, "Hey, can I check out your deck?"
Yeah.
He's definitely
Pop your deck,
animation, cartoon accurate.
Yeah. And then here's another picture here of him kind of like posing a little bit. But this guy, he did a damn good job. Like, everything was good, He even had winter gloves on to mimic, like, you know what I mean? You see those winter gloves he kind of painted, or he may have gotten like that. I don't know, but had LEDs inside of it, like everything.
Looks like you can tuck his arms inside too, like almost like a transformation a little bit. The little spots on the side.
Yo, if he would have transformed and his legs would have went double jointed and like turned, I would have been like, holy shit.
You win. You win.
You know what I mean? Like you win the cosplay event.
Yeah.
And then we saw some nerds getting into a fight. No, I'm just kidding. It's Sylvie and then variant Loki, and then I have no who the fuck this guy was, but he was going around trying to get in the fights with people. Like not like real fights. He probably would have got his ass whooped, but it was funny. So he was taking pictures of the two variants, right? Like actually they were standing there talking, then he ran over and just started posing them. He's like, I want this picture. And I was like, well, that's kind of rude. You know what I mean? Like, but he's like, they pose and they were doing all the poses that looked kind of cool. Then he ran over and he's like, you're not doing your arm right. And then he moved his arm. Like, I was about to go over and punch this guy in the nuts. Like, he was getting annoying.
You're not doing your arm right.
Yeah.
How about this arm? Is this arm right?
Yeah. How's this finger?
Slower.
And then here's some more variants. Why does this dude look like Rob Milton back here in the background creeping on the right?
Last time I did get a piece of cake.
But it was kind of cool. Like they all were sitting there and they all came up. They even had Alligator Loki sitting there chilling, two Sylvies, and you had Kid Loki, and then you had the variant Time Authority Lokis in there. So
that's awesome.
Pretty neat.
Kid Loki looks like he could have been Link too.
Yeah. And then this girl, you felt bad for her. She was Princess Amidala, and
oh my God.
that whole entire getup on the top of her head was made of plastic, so you know her head was hurting.
Was there AC in there?
I don't know, but that had to have been a hot outfit because she was running back and forth between changing her, taking her getup off, and then running to the bathroom and back. So
wow.
But and I mean, it was really good. Like, dude, she had to walk and everything. Like, dude, you'd even see her feet move when she was walking. It was pretty wild.
That's awesome.
And then, let's see here. Shout out to a buddy of mine, Mike. So it's my cousin Christine. That's her husband, the guy on the right. So that's him and his dad. They were getting a picture because they had a DeLorean there, obviously for reasons because of Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd there. But it was kind of cool, like what they did, that they got to turn around and do that. They got people with the hoverboard and everything else, and then he's dressed up as Obi-Wan, and that's his dad in there chilling. But it was kind of funny one time, like we were walking by and a girl he was taking pictures of his son, right? My cousin's husband. And it was kind of cool because it was kind of funny because all of a sudden he saw a girl in a Princess Leia costume go by in the bikini. And he's like snapping pictures like, ooh, I'd like to get one of those, like random stuff. Like, and all of a sudden he saw her and he's like, snap, I'd like to get one of those too. Like, it was funny as hell. And then this was a bunch of the cosplayers that they had all out that were supposed to be a part of the contest. There were like 50 of them. I mean, there were easy 50 people there.
Jeez, they got all kinds of stuff too.
Yeah, like everything, like a couple different Jokers. You got some Nightwings. You get some Let's see, you get some DC, you got some Marvel, you got all sorts of shit.
Looks like a Jason Todd Red Hood.
Yep. A couple different Harleys.
Couple Red Hoods there.
Jeez. Yeah.
Harley.
You had Batman standing in the background, Soundwave right there, like.
That's cool.
So, oh my god. And then let's see here next. I keep getting these messages when we're on. It's funny as hell. I wait for somebody to joke around and talk shit about somebody and just pop up. So we had some Cybermen from. This was kind of cool. This guy was actually standing on a corner of one of the booths, and then this lady walked by, and then it moved, and she about pissed herself, dude. She dropped down on the floor like freaking out. She didn't know what the hell was going on. It was great.
It was a nice costume, though.
Mm-hmm. And then this one, holy shit, this queen was phenomenal. I don't know how the hell she had to have had a seat attached to the bottom of the suit, or she had to have like a fan or something built inside of that. But then because that costume, like it wasn't fake, it was a real dress, like the whole get up, like everything. Then of course see Justin Lynette back there creeping at her, looking at the woman's butt, like it was a little weird. Right here, good old Justin. But yeah, dude, it was actually really impressive to see her outfit, all the blacks and golds, and like she put a lot of time and effort into that shit. So shout out to her. I don't remember her. What's that?
Oh no, keep going. Sorry.
I don't remember her name though. So
she has a whole apartment underneath there.
Yeah.
She just pulls herself in like a turtle, goes downstairs, chills out.
You got some Yondu and Star-Lord.
That was a pretty cool one. I thought that was neat.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat. Wasn't too bad. And then this was cool. Yeah. This kid was dressed up as the Goat Rider. Goat Rider. Jesus Christ.
That's on my other OnlyFans project.
Yeah. Goat Rider. But no, goddamn, that should be like thrown in the name somewhere for the episode this week. Goat Rider. But yeah, so dude, this kid he had his scooter all done up and everything. It was crazy. LED lights, like they went the whole nine with that.
That's awesome.
It was pretty impressive. And it was crazy because you see the scooter ride around, but the way it's designed and everything, it's elevated off the ground, so it looked like it was actually, driving around. It was kind of cool.
Which if they shut the lights off, that would have been really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
All right. So you had her. Yeah, you had Ursula from, oh my God, my mind's going blank. Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty cool outfit, too.
Mm-hmm. She had what is it, the eels or something that she had or something?
Yeah, they were like her little familiars, whatever.
Yeah. So they were there, like she was all done up. Like it was crazy. So in the middle of this whole convention yesterday, which a lot of people don't realize this, the convention center is actually like the basement and then a couple floors above. The whole entire building space is like 2.3 million square feet.
Jeez. Yeah, I was gonna say that looked huge.
Like on my phone on the pedometer, it said we had right around 20,000 steps yesterday. Like my legs are hurting. Like it was wild, but it was a great looking costume. I felt bad for all the cosplayers that had makeup because one, either they had to wear a mask, and then two, we had a random torrential downpour when all of them were outside taking photos.
Oh,
getting wet. Oh no.
Yeah.
Especially the guy with the cardboard.
Unfortunate souls.
Yeah. And then we saw this new interesting looking character. It looked like Sasquatch rolling around trying to Justin Lynette there, JL himself. He was in there. They had some like tree background setups for people to do cosplay, to take pictures and everything. And shout out to Chris Bishop. He says that Ewok looks sick and needs to be put down. So I agree with you.
I was going to say it was like an Attack on Titan Titan running.
Oh, yeah. It looked like he stole someone's like Star Wars underwear, put it on his face, and was running around attacking people.
Who
Like,
gave that Titan some clothes?
yeah.
He's so modest. Oh man.
But yeah, that was pretty. Let's see here. Were there any more pictures? Yeah, there's more pictures. So we got this
yes,
Cylon. This thing looked good.
Did it go back and forth too? The eye?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
shit.
It was pretty neat. That guy did quite a bit of like, I don't know how the hell he squeezed into that suit, but he did. Like,
It's crazy.
it looks like his gloves are like hockey gloves or
Yeah, I was
something. You
gonna say,
see
they
that?
feel like
Like
goalie
the
gloves.
pads. Yeah.
But I would have thought that was straight out of a freaking like a set or something.
Yeah. And here's my cousin's husband, Mike. He went to go take a picture of this guy doing cosplay as the Mandalorian.
Wow.
And then he got a little visitor back down there messing with him on the left-hand side. You see that? But that was pretty cool. That was cool to see. But that Mandalorian costume was phenomenal.
Suga.
Yeah, right? And let's see here. Oh, yeah, here you go. This is where they were starting to pose, and the guy was walking around and telling them, "You're not posing right." It's like, bitch, they're posing in general. Just take a picture. Let somebody else do the shit. I think someone lost their underwear here on the ground. I can't tell, but this girl doing Sylvie cosplay looked phenomenal. The only thing she didn't have was the horns.
I'm gonna say she looks. I mean, I know it's just
Like the shape of her, like everything
Yeah.
looked just like the actual actress. Like it
Yeah.
was crazy how it was. Let's see here. What else? Is that it for pictures? Yeah, that was it for all the pictures for the convention. But it was kind of funny. So we go to leave, and then Lynette wanted to hit a dispensary on the way back. He just wanted to see what the ones like were in DC. So we rolled up, and so like we placed an order online and then picked it up. And then next thing you know, Justin gets his thing in the thing saying, here's your code for like digital music. He's like, what the fuck is this digital music? So then we show up to the store, and the place was called Peace in the Air or something like that. But apparently in DC, the way the laws are, they can only gift you like stuff laced with THC, marijuana, like flour, anything like that. They can gift it to you, but then you have to actually buy something. So what they do is you're buying the music, but then you're getting the product with it. And so it was kind of interesting. Like we were just laughing because we were just like, what the hell?
Well done, gentlemen.
Very clever.
Yeah, right. But in Virginia, they can sell it. They don't have to do all that roundabout shit. So it's got to be some law in DC or something. I don't know. But
Pretty sneaky, sis.
yeah,
I
so
like it.
we had a pretty good time last night. We ended up coming back after all of us were exhausted. We ordered some pizza because we didn't feel like cooking or nothing. And then we ended up just sitting back chilling, and the girls were just playing games on their phones, and then Justin and I were playing Call of Duty like the rest of the time, and then until we like got tired, and then we passed
What about the
out.
grocery thing you were talking about?
Oh, speaking of the grocery, I was telling Yule about this beforehand. I told him to remind me about this. So what happened was all four of us were in the grocery store, right? Oh, well, let me backtrack a little. Saturday night before we got back to the house and after we hit the dispensary, we decided to go by Tashi Station, which is the local comic book shop here.
Right.
And Justin and them haven't been in there for a year and a half because of COVID, so they wanted to come back, check it out. So we're going in there, kind of looking at everything, having a good old time. And then we decided to go get some snacks and stuff like that from the grocery store, some drinks or whatever else, because we were kind of low for shit at the house. And because we don't have a lot of snack foods in the house. We just don't when people aren't here, but we grab shit when people are here. It's just, because of losing weight and trying to remain healthy and try not to keep some of that shit. So, but yeah, so anyways, we're in the grocery store and we're going, like Beth and I checked out, and then Justin and Loretta went to check out, and Justin there's this cookie that he bought. It was like oatmeal raisin or something or other. And what happened was he was trying to check out, but it wouldn't ring up. It wasn't in the system. It was back in the bakery part, right? So then they put the call button on to get the attention of, because it was self checkout where we were at. And usually at the self checkout, I don't know at the stores by you guys, there's usually somebody standing there in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Well, they hit the self checkout button, and then they yelled over to the guy like, "Hey, we need help," and the guy's just sitting there on his phone, just fucking thumbing away, not paying attention. And they were just like, "Hey, we need help. Can someone help us? Because we don't know what the hell's going on. We can't find this in the system. We don't know what's going on, right?" And so, like, Bethany at this time, Bethany and myself already checked out. So then the guy walks over, and I looked at him. I was like, "Yo, put your fucking phone down and pay attention to the customers like you're supposed to. Like you're supposed to get paid for your job." And then he finally walked over to Justin and him. This kid had to have been probably in high school, maybe a little bit older, right out of high school or something, right around that age. And I'm sorry, but the new fucking generation are lazy motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
Did he go look at it and go, "I don't know what's wrong"?
No, that's exactly what he did. He's like, "Here, let me call someone that can help." I'm like, "But that's your fucking job. That's what you're there for, to help."
He's just there to tell somebody to come help.
Probably. So I don't know. Like, it kind of annoyed the shit out of me, and it's not every kid is like that, but there's a lot of kids out there I see like that when it comes to job. Like when I was in high school and shit like that, I was proud to have a fucking job. I got money to pay for my shit, like everything else.
Oh yeah.
But then this kid, like, he just acted like he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get this money no matter what. Like I'm privileged or something." I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Like Randall from Clerks. Like shit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was pretty much my week. That was everything. It was fun. It was eventful. There were some tears shed. There was some laughs shed. That was pretty much about it. So,
All right. Well,
Halls.
but before we do that, Mr. Diehard, Mr. OnlyFans project, what
Yes,
time
sir.
is it?
I think it's time to nerd up or shut up.
Yeah, nice. There you go. I'm waiting for the day when someone says it's time to nut up or shut up, and then I'll be like, "Oh shit!"
Get
All
somebody
right,
with
so
a strong enough accent. Yeah.
yeah. We need someone in. I want Tim K to do it one time, like just with the German accent, like. But yeah. So, anyways, hauls for the week. Let's kind of get into it. Chris, did you get anything for the week?
I did. Allow me to grab it.
Let's see it.
Let the jealousy commence.
Oh shit! So for our audio listeners, can you go ahead and give a description of what you're holding in your hand?
This is the Worlds Collide Bumble. What is it? Buzzworthy Bumblebee set. That's a Target exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Try to minimize the glare here, but
No, you're good.
so you got Nemesis Primal, Fangry, Bumblebee, and which is the cliff jumper body with a bumblebee head, and then Black Arachnia in her original Black Arachnia toy colors.
Okay.
Or show colors, I guess, even too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've been
That's pretty neat.
waiting for this forever. It seems like it feels like forever, and it just popped up to was it last night? Like out of nowhere, Brandon's like, "I'm gonna go to Target and take a look and see what we got." And he's like, "Hey, guess what I found?" I was like, "Holy shiz a banana!" That thing.
You're like, "I gotta do overtime on OnlyFans this week, but I'll get it."
Yeah. I'm like, it's time to start selling blood, fluids, whatever I gotta do.
Nice.
I'll sell blood on OnlyFans. Maybe that's what I have to do after October, I guess. And let's see. I got this. My brother picked this up. I think this was on sale, but I'm a huge Jaws fan.
Oh, nice.
and I've been wanting this one for a while. Nothing special. I just really wanted just the shark out of it.
The Funko game. Wait a minute, aren't they doing like a bunch of those with different different?
Yes.
Because that one's Jaws, right? But then I
Jaws,
thought I saw a Harry Potter one and some other ones too.
I saw one a Harry Potter one too.
Yep. And they've actually, it's not Funko, but they're like Target's had a bunch of these. Like I think there's an Aliens game. There's Back to the Future, Jurassic. I mean, there's like all these different movie themed or otherwise themed board games now, which is cool. So
nice. Heck yes.
I've had some stuff come in from Pulse over the course of the week. I did get my Kingdom Wheeljack and Kingdom Red Alert. Not that I needed those necessarily, but
nice. That's cool. Did any of yours had any problems at all? Any of the Kingdom stuff?
I haven't. Out of the stuff I've opened, I haven't had a chance to open those two yet. I probably won't open the Wheeljack necessarily just because it's Wheeljack. But everything I've had so far, I've been lucky enough that the only thing I've had any issues with is the Nissan brothers, Datsun brothers, whatever. I've had like that mold, especially the actual newer Earth mode one. The back end, I can't get the window at the seam at the top of it, and the roof of the car, and the back window. It doesn't want to completely close all the way down. But other than that, I mean, I'm thinking maybe I'm just not doing it right, or I got to fudge something. But otherwise, everything else has been great.
Nice. Did you get tracks?
I don't have him yet. He's a Pulse pre-order, so he'll show up next month when everybody else is already.
I think thank God, someone's putting out a 3D printed part for that to fix it.
Yeah, it's something with his hips or leg.
Everything from the waist down is wonky as hell.
Okay, yeah, and it's.
No, I'm sorry, from the hips down, not the waist, the hips.
It's been pretty consistent problem from what I've heard. Everybody I've talked to have that problem.
Oh yeah. So did you get anything else for the week, or was that about it?
I got a couple I got like Ollie stuff. I got some Stormtroopers from Roman and some like all the stupid crap that they're like the old Legend sets. I finally got a Kree Sentinel Build-A-Figure set because they had all those, and then
Nice.
just stuff like that. Nothing major. It's always my problem is it's like I nickel and dime the crap out of myself during the week, and then I wonder like why don't I have money for anything? Because I just bought this here and that there and this here and that there.
Yep.
I
know how that feels.
I experienced the same exact thing, what you're all about to see.
And I'm like, I'm not going to spend any money till this next paycheck, and then like 50 things pop up. I'm like, whatever.
Oh yeah, everything's been hitting like crazy lately. So, all right. So is that it for you for this week? Yeah. All right, cool. So Coco, tell us what you got.
Well, you know what I always get.
I'm gonna guess you got a Star Trek Funko Pop.
Not this time, but I did get my Hero Academia.
Oh man, Mina.
Nice, dude.
This one came in the mail, and I got one of the bad guys, Overhaul.
Oh, sweet! I didn't even know they had him out yet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, they have all sorts of those. Like this weekend, I was running all over the place to try to see if I could find that She-Ra and Swiftwind.
Oh, Walmart? That's a Walmart exclusive.
Is it a two-pack?
They have it at GameStop too.
Is it a two-pack,
really?
like together, or are they separate?
It's together.
They're together.
Oh man.
Yeah. She-Ra's riding on Swiftwind.
Is that original She-Ra or the new show one?
No, original. Yeah, OG She-Ra.
Okay. Good.
Based on the toy from the OG toy, not the cartoon.
Yeah.
You can tell because the horse is pink. Swiftwind is in the Funko Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Something like a pink boy.
Speaking of which, I was able to find a Happy Pikachu, right?
Nice.
But it's not any Pikachu. This is GameStop Diamond exclusive.
Oh shit! Where it has all the glitter and everything on it.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, we at the convent. That reminds me, this weekend. So we actually saw a Pikachu Deadpool cosplay. It was actually pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Those are that is pretty cool. I see a lot. I see a couple of those in conventions.
Mm-hmm.
I also see a lot of men wearing slave Leia outfits every fucking comic convention. Too.
Yeah, there was a guy there that He was definitely smuggling grapes, and he should have had them because they were falling out. So it was pretty funny.
About a slave Jabba.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh man, Xanathar.
Or, yeah, from Dungeons and Dragons. This is the game. This is also a GameStop exclusive. This is from
Dude, every time I see that shit, it reminds me of oh fuck, what is that movie? Big Trouble in Little China.
Little China. Yeah.
The little like.
Older.
That's awesome.
I definitely need to find that sucker. That's awesome.
I got a Grail. This was
The Holy
convention exclusive, but it's a Grail. It's one of those that were kind of pricey, and it took me a while to.
It took a lot of OnlyFans hours to pay for it.
Pretty much. But I finally got the Jack in the Box.
No way.
Man,
Yeah.
that is BA.
That's pretty badass.
Mhm.
Love it.
Yeah, dude, he went for this. He normally goes for 120 plus, but I was able to get him
Wow.
for exactly 100. So I was pretty.
100, number 100, going for 100.
There you go. Nice.
I don't know if you guys watch My Hero Academia, but I
Yes, sir.
definitely got King Bradley, the Hot Topic exclusive. You know,
Dude, why does that look like it looks like what the hell? What was that movie? God damn it, I'm trying to remember now. It looked like Antonio Banderas from like
Like
You know what I
Mariachi
mean?
Or something?
yeah.
So did you get a fat gum yet?
I did. I shared it a week ago.
Like a
Okay.
week or two ago, yeah.
Sam.
Fat Gum from that was a GameStop exclusive too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I was like,
You should have got it, man.
I know.
And
I tried to grab
Gankoka-
one. I did get a Firelord Ozai, and I picked up a original series Kirk, Khan, and Gorn from my
Oh,
brother.
from the
Oh, nice.
They're
Yeah.
the GameStop ones, right?
No, these were at Target, so I
Target,
got
okay,
them
yeah. Those look good too. I got Alphonse Erlrick from Full Metal
sweet.
Alchemist. One half of the
Oh, that's
brothers
cool.
and his brother, yeah.
Wow.
Man, you're going all out with that shit. Holy hell.
Dude, I am.
Well,
man.
I guess the nice thing about Pops is it's fucking got every character known to man, so
And his brother Edward. And
Look
the
at
reason why I
that.
like them is because they're congruent. Like I could have these guys fight Spike from Cowboy Bebop, and it would make sense. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or have these guys go up against the My Hero Academia guys, and it would be congruent. And something a little more familiar for y'all, the Snitch from fucking Star Wars. I couldn't help myself. I looked at his nose, his elephant-like nose, and I was like, dude, that just looks so.
It does,
goddamn
doesn't it?
cool. I didn't even know he had a real name. Garin.
Yeah, Grindan. Yeah.
Was he the same guy who got dusted in the Mandalorian?
I think
Mm,
I can't remember. I don't know.
Because he was I think in the end. Remember when the episode that was the wannabe Seven Samurai? He was there. He was about to snipe Grogu, but then fucking Gina Carano blasted him from behind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
That
remember
was him,
now.
was it?
I think it was.
that might have been him.
Also, I couldn't help myself because of the Mandalorian. I couldn't resist picking this bad boy up.
Oh shit.
Raider, sweet.
Tusken Raider, nice.
I
I was gonna say, shouldn't you get a couple of those?
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that because I actually
no.
did get.
I was only kidding.
two.
No, it's all
Speaking
good.
of-
It's all good.
Another one that I got, kind of like a mini grail, was
Ooh.
General Kenobi, General Grievous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this usually goes anywhere from 90 to 125.
I was gonna say 129.
But I was fortunate enough to get it for 65. I was like, yes.
That's good, man. That's
Yeah,
good.
well, it was cheap. Well, I mean, it went down in price because of something that I'm about to show you.
I like how they did the eyes
Uh-oh.
on it too.
Oh yeah.
A little
The
different.
Hot Topic exclusive General Grievous.
Oh, now you
Damn,
can
dude.
see the eyes.
Yeah,
That's
this came out this week.
that's with the split arms and everything.
So that one's got the split arms, right?
Yeah,
and
the other one had the cape.
and he's in
Yeah.
battle mode because he's got yellow eyes all
Mhm.
flaked out.
Ready to go.
He's
So
ready to slice and dice.
I think people were like, when this came out, people were like, "Oh, I want this one instead of the one with the cape." Version.
Nice.
Next up is the stuff that Jay hooked me up with. Thank you, Jay. King Shark from
Oh man,
Suicide Squad. He was the only thing missing, pretty much the only one missing out of the ones that I really wanted from.
No, what happened was I never shop at GameStop, and I have a GameStop credit card, which is weird. I only use it for buying games. Well, I had all these points racked up that I never use. And the next thing you know, like all these pops like popped up on there that I knew he was looking for, and you can kind of go from here. You can kind of get an idea.
You're about to see what else that he got from the Kool-Aid packet.
That
man.
Kool-Aid packet.
it's a packet.
Yeah.
So what? So they're gonna have a drink box one next.
Hopefully they do an extra
Ooh,
cooler
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I get it.
That's awesome.
I wonder if they're going to do multiple flavors of that.
Oh, they
The
could.
slush puppy.
Slush
Yeah,
puppy.
the slush puppy.
That's from 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, got me this one. And the last one from the list that Jay gave me, the White Castle slider.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I got me hungry for some White Castle sliders, bro. I was pretty excited about
Yeah, it was crazy because I shipped all that stuff to him, and after everything was said and done with the shipping and with the points and everything else, I got, what was it, all 4 of those for $10.
$10. That was a total win. Now, I'm about to show you ones that I did open up, though, because I couldn't help myself. Boss from the Bounty Hunter
Nice.
lineup.
Is that metal?
In the background, no, it's just plastic.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but the GameStop exclusive is going to be the entire Bounty Hunter lineup.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. I got 2 of each. I got
Like
two.
from Empire, right?
Right,
When
right,
they're all
right.
set up on the deck. Oh, sweet.
And then what is it? I guess all the back, the diorama pieces are interlocked
Together,
with
right.
one another. Yeah.
So you'll have.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you'll have Forlom and Dengar and
Yeah,
Mhm.
all of them. Zuckus and they're all
yeah.
IGA-88. And I
Yep.
believe the last one might be Vader because Vader's the one talking to them. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
No disintegration. And last but not least, this one was the winningest one. Jumbo 10-inch sound wave.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this one was pretty toy accurate.
Wow, it's got the. Ooh, it's got
Does the slider work or no?
No, it's just sculpted
Yeah.
in there. The only thing that's articulate is the head swivel and the tape, the chest for the
Oh, show the tape piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
laser beak. And I'll show you the tapes. It came with.
Can you fit the actual tapes in there from like
Yeah.
the G1 stuff? Man, that is so freaking badass.
It comes with
Now,
tapes.
is that which tapes are those? Did it come with that, or are
Yeah,
those like?
it comes with tapes. It comes with their own tape. So they got the Ravage tape,
Oh man. Jeez.
the Rumble tape, and the Frenzy tape.
I might have to just go see if I can find this thing. Just
Yeah, no,
So
they have it in
now-
GameStop. It's a GameStop exclusive.
How do
it's worth
those
it.
tapes compare to like MP size tapes?
They're about the same size actually.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks about right.
You just can't transform them.
Yeah.
You look like they could, but because of all the way the lines are, but no, they don't.
I just meant, could somebody get like some KFC tapes or something like that, and then put it in front of it, like all transformed? You know what I mean?
I would say that these are exactly about the size of. But come to think about it, how small were the tapes for the G1 version?
They were about the same size. They're
As the
yeah.
MP ones, you think?
just about.
I think
maybe a
well, the
little
MP
smaller.
ones were the same size as the original G1 ones.
So
I thought, not the Hasbro and Car ones, not the third party ones.
Yeah.
But
you could switch out the tapes of this character, but I like Laserbeak in there. Laserbeak seems to make the most sense. And look,
Mhm.
here's the.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's cool how they molded that. They gave him, dude. You know what's funny? You should leave it down like that and say Soundwave is flashing you. It looks like he's got boobs.
Mardi Gras.
It's cold in there.
You should put beads around his neck.
I know. Yeah, the only thing missing from Soundwave in this one is his cannons on the shoulders.
Yeah, but he's got that big ass head. That's why.
It keeps it cold in that chest compartment there.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it for my toy haul.
Sweet.
That was a nice haul, dude.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's awesome.
I would show you more. I don't know if I showed you guys this last week. Did I show you guys the Horde Trooper last week? Yeah, I did show you guys the Horde.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did,
I
but
just
it's
picked
still
one.
cool looking.
I did just pick one of those up. Yes.
These things are money. I got 2 of these. Definitely army building.
Yeah.
That's it, folks.
That's
all
it
I
for the
got.
week. Nice. All right, so I guess we'll go to me now since I'm the only person that's left in here today. So shout out to Tashi Station. They had this holding for me, Batman 89.
Ooh.
And it is 1 of 6.
So they're gonna do one for
And-
each year.
Yeah. So they're doing this, but then also they're doing Superman 78. They're doing Christopher Reeve. And if you actually look at this, like the artwork is phenomenal in it. I mean, it's cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, Billy D. Williams looks
Yeah,
just
they
like
got Billy D. Williams in here.
Play
Like
the
they
Harvey
got.
Dent character, right? Yeah.
Look at the guy. Look at Alfred. He looks just like the dude who played Alfred. It's kind of hard to see. There you go.
No, look. You can see
Look,
that's
he even looks like
great.
Keaton a little bit right there, but a little older. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so artwork's pretty good. I kind of want to. Oh my god, no, my face is all fucked up. All right, there we go. So I got that. And then the other thing, shout out to Tashi Station and letting me know that apparently I bought a pre-order and forgot about it, and it was sitting in their back storage area because, like, if you pre-order something, you don't pick it up after a while. They put it in the back till you pick it up. And apparently, I forgot that I had Masterpiece RC sitting back there. And when we stopped by this weekend, they kind of kindly let me know, saying, "Hey, by the way, this is back here. Do you still want it?" And I was like, "Fuck, I forgot about it."
So you haven't had a chance to play around with it yet, have you? Oh, you got it out? Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Um,
that's a nice figure still.
it's a cool figure. I think like the toes are really loose on mine. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. That's,
On both of them. It's not just one. They're both really loose. I guess she's a ballerina. She can fucking tiptoe that shit down. Like, it's not. I like this spring gimmick on the thigh part and the transformation. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I had the backpack right, but that I didn't even look at the instructions. I transformed this last night. It's close, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even look at instructions yet when I did it. So, the one thing that's throwing me off though, she's got like the, I don't know, B. Arthur titties like hanging down
the super
and
collar.
a long neck. Yeah, the super collar. No, but it's a cool figure. I love it. I like it. So
The articulation is amazing for.
yeah, I mean it's great. It's definitely got hands better than the Fans Toys version. And let me. I can't get it out of my head that looks like what's her name from the Golden Girls, Betty White. It looks like Betty White. So-
The face, yeah.
Put a voice chip in there. Audio
Yeah.
chip.
But it was pretty cool. I got that. So shout out to them. And then shout out to some good old Magic Square. I
Oh,
got some
snap.
Scrapper.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this does not do it any like even here, like, so we had this like long running joke about the colors of the construction cons in the group. And so like Chuck's like, it looks yellow, and I'm like, nah dude, that's green.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not fluorescent green, but it's
No,
green.
it's definitely like a muted green, but it's green. But you could see that.
It's kind of like not ripe banana green almost.
Yeah, kinda.
Or overripe avocado green.
But
Yeah.
dude, this is how tight this figure is. I'm holding it by this part, and it's not moving at all. Look at this.
Wow. That's,
The whole thing is not moving. All right, so there was some Scrapper. Now I got some Mix Master.
Mix Master.
Mix
Look
Master
at
Mike.
that. Obviously, I put some decals on it.
You know,
I
I keep
I
thinking
love
Magic
these.
Square is only supposed to be doing legend scale stuff, but they're so much bigger now.
This is legend scale. This is funny.
That's the New Age one, right?
No, this is Magic
The
Square.
Magic Square. Okay.
Yeah. Did
So
I
it's
say
more
New
like
Age or did I fuck it up? I don't know.
No, I just didn't hear.
Looks like a smaller deluxe.
My bad.
Doesn't it? So here is Minosaur, right? Just to kind of give you an idea from Magic Square. Oh, god damn it. Fucking camera messed up again.
There you go. No, it's back this way.
All right. So that's him, right? So it kind of gives you an idea of his scrapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That seems
Yeah,
pretty close.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that Devastator is going to be a little bit bigger than him by it looks. And then here's Mixmaster. You kind of get an idea.
Nice. That's
Yeah. And then I will show him next to Magic Square Megatron. Oh, and by the way, this is a 3D printed face by LTM Toys. And then also, he did the back.
There's a fourth party.
nice. It's got the smokestacks on there. That looks good.
So he did that. He's doing some other pieces too, but here is the painted Megatron from Magic Square. Okay. And here's Scrapper next to him. He's a little big scale wise because he's like the size of New Age Starscream, basically. He's a little big, but I honestly thought these were bigger. I mean, but that's just me. So you kind of get an idea. But yeah. Dude, this Scrapper weighs more than Megatron.
Oh, he's a foot. He's got to keep that.
Well, dude,
hold
look
down.
at the transformation just for the leg pieces in the back. Look at that accordion shit. Like, that's crazy.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Man, they're packing that guy in. No wonder he's so.
Well, the
dense.
crazy thing is, everybody's like, I like how they hide the wheels in the arms. I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, they hit it in the chest. But, dude, this thing here, I mean, look how tight this is. Like, it's tight. Like, I'm still like, you know what I mean? So, they're nice, tight joints. The plastic's not bad. It's like the newer plastic, like this guy over here. Wherever the fuck I'm pointing. But yeah, so I'm like pointing at myself, like.
Magic Square. Magic Square.
So the next thing I got, like I said, shout out to, what is it, Wild Bills.
That's the best thing that you bought ever.
Dude,
I know
this
I got
thing
one of those.
is.
Those things are awesome.
Oh,
So
man.
they do soda at the conventions, right? You buy this for like, so basically you get this for $40 and it's unlimited refills for the whole entire convention.
Man.
And so take for instance, I just filled I think it holds like right around 24 ounces, give or take. I mean, it's a big cup.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best thing about that cup is it keeps your soda cold all goddamn day. The ice stays icy for a long period of time.
Man.
And it's got AwesomeCon written on the back. And when you signed up for their newsletter, they give you a metal straw too. It was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, and one thing that was kind of cool they did at AwesomeCon, and I left it in the other room. But if you had your vaccine shot already, they were giving away little packages that had like a button and some other stuff. Like it showed like their mascot and it says hero or something on it, so it was kind of cool.
That's neat.
But the other thing, like I said, we met Christina Ricci, and I got her autograph. Bethany and I did.
Oh, snap.
That's cool. Is that her?
This is her from
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, yeah. As much as people hated that movie, I liked it. So
They
No, I thought it
hated that movie.
what's
That
that?
movie was dope.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, Yeah, I like those.
But it was cool. It's like, she's like, so who am I making out to? I said, me and my wife. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, we talked for a minute or two, and then she was signing it. And then she was nice. She was good to meet in person.
I mean, she came out when she was pregnant. I mean, that tells you right there that she's like, okay, yeah, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, and like they offered like you could get a selfie with her, and I was like, I don't want to be selfish because of everything that's going on right now. I didn't want to spend money because she's pregnant. I didn't want to turn around and like, you know what I mean? Since she's completely from a different space where we are and everything, I just didn't feel comfortable doing that, even though I wanted to. I just decided not to do it because it was a couple dollars more, and then you could get a selfie with her. But I didn't feel comfortable doing that, so I didn't want to do that to her. So I'm actually a gentleman sometimes.
You should have been like, dude, limited edition, pregnant edition. She's only pregnant so often.
Yeah, limited edition. Dude, I got a bunch of stuff this week. This is the rest of my birthday haul that this stuff's been stuck at BBTS, what I'm about to show. So, remember the Puppet Masters? I got Blade and Torch.
Best ones, actually. Those are the two best ones.
Look at that.
Blade and Torch are the two best ones.
They are like nice. 4 inches tall. And I like that they made the box to look like Toulon's chest.
That's nice.
And then they only show the 4. I kind of hope they do some of the other ones, but if not, I'm fine with just the 4. You know what I mean?
The best 4.
Yeah.
The only other guy that we missing is what, the six guy with the 6 arm, the gun.
6 shot, which was the cowboy, and then you had the girl who had the leeches that did her.
Yeah. Leech lady or something. I can't remember.
So, yeah, you know what? I'll leave these for last because that's a rant. Okay, so remember how I was waiting on parts from Eagle Moss? So I got some parts that came in yesterday. So here are the floor mats. It's kind of hard to see inside the plastic. I'm sorry, but they're actually, I could send pictures later, but actually has the Cadillac emblem like right here. It's all, oh, there it is right there where it's all molded. It's kind of hard to see because of this, but you can kind of see it. Nice. But all this is molded everything else, but I'm not going to use this. I've actually got felt fabric that'll go on top of this that actually make it look like a carpet.
That's
part of the bench seat. This is the back part of the bench seat in the front. And then the mounting brackets for it. Or no, that's the bottom of the bench seat, I'm sorry. And then here is the actual floor piece of the bench seat. Here, let me put this over here. So here's the actual, you can see the bottom part of the bench seat in the back of it. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
So I got that. And then they sent me, so what they do is they kind of send these out. Oh man, this thing. So every time that you do one of these, they give you a magazine for every 4, and then you start to fill this up. So it gives you, you even have to build this to put the magazines in. So it's pretty wild, but I love it.
That's awesome.
But it's a binder to keep, I think, like...
all the magazine parts?
Yeah, the magazines. I think it keeps like 10 issues or 16 issues or something per box, something like that.
That's what's up. It looks classy.
If you look at it, it's like... Yeah, let me get it. Let me turn it. See, what you do is you pull these pins out, and then you basically take the magazine, fold it in half, and slide the pins in on either side, and then it turns it to a big binder. And then after, there's 141 issues total, but actual magazines, it ends up being a lot less. Like it ends up being, what was it? What the hell? There it goes. Why the fuck is that freaking out? Sorry. So it ends up being like, sorry, my computer started freezing for a second. there was there's going to end up roughly about 36 issues.
Okay.
So it ends up being it'll end up being a handful of these here. So
That's cool.
and then I got, if I can fucking get to it, some more pieces for the interior.
Sweet.
This is the part that sits back behind the seat that has all the gizmos and shit on the back of it. And then obviously here is the other seats.
That's cool.
So they come like this, and each one of these, so each one of these, there's 4 per magazine. So there's 141 of these.
Wow.
Parts bags. So, and then like I said, I'm on issue number 14, or at least that's what this is. And this is the seats. But if you look here, it's stages 47, 48, 49, and 50.
Okay.
So I'm basically at parts bag number 50 of 141.
Jeez.
That kind of gives you an idea. But it's kind of cool. So it goes through the magazine, like all this other shit, like I showed in the past, how to build it, everything else. Then it gives you a preview of what it is, right? Of what parts that you're supposed to get with this issue. And then what's nice is this is what you're supposed to get next. It shows you inside here what you get next in the next issue. It's pretty neat.
Wow.
Yeah. Like what's kind of cool
lot.
is this part here is that big floorboard piece in the middle that the gurney slides out on. So, yeah. Now, okay, I'm just about done, I swear. Shout out to BBTS. But I got me my next wave of turtles.
I was gonna say I saw turtle green there.
So that metal head is phenomenal looking. Look at that.
That's
That
great.
gold, there's nothing wrong with that gold at all. Yeah, let me see if it doesn't do it justice. Look at that.
Who created him in the show or
I can't remember. It's been so long since was it Donatello? I can't remember. It's
so he's a
been
good
so
guy
long.
technically?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
So that thing is phenomenal. Now, shout out to some purple. I got some Rocksteady. Check that out.
Oh man. That looks freaking amazing.
Look at that. Look at the paint
So
and the
accurate to
detail.
Looks so much like the OG.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Great. I love it. Like so far, like it's 2 for 2 on this, right? Like I love the paint, love the sculpting.
I can't wait till they make the Bebop to go with it.
No, they did already. I have it.
Oh, okay.
It looks great.
Great.
So next, I got some more green. I got some Michelangelo. Look at that.
Come
Damn.
Pizza.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Look at that.
Daggers
You can
and
see the
armor.
shading on the chest, like all that. The nice paint sculpt work. Nothing really too crazy. The only thing I don't like in the box is when they put this in, it's like bent. And I think it's because of the way the molding, I think it's too tall or something. I don't know. You can see it's bent right here. The comma right there, you can see it's bent. Every single box I've gotten with turtles that had that has been bent like that. So, but dude, this thing is great. It's gonna go along with my rest of my turtles. Now, for the rant, you guys are gonna love this shit. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. You remember April O'Neil from the toy back in the day, the Turtle Toys? So I'm going to scroll through, kind of gives like, the basic stuff that comes with it, or camcorder, everything else. And these are the different ones. Oh, you know what? Let me flip these. There we go. That's better. So this is the different toy throughout the years, the different versions. Like this one was the no stripe on original card. This one had the blue stripe down the side on the original card. This one here, that kind of changed her outfit up a little bit color-wise. You can see the difference, a different head,
Orange.
the orange and the blue and everything else. And then this one here, they did the same thing. They kind of touched it up a little bit. She's got the accessories and all that. Same thing here, going down, and then you start getting into the newer shit, right?
They even changed the color of the packaging
She's
from
Yeah.
white
shooting
to
herself.
orange.
Yeah. What's that?
She's shooting herself on that bottom.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny. Dude, why does it look like she just crop dusted her own self in this right here? You see that? Like, but she comes with a camcorder and gun, the computer briefcase, a Ninja Star, and a microphone, right? Nothing crazy. You can see they did different variants, like the color of the plastic. You know, this was dark. So you kind of see a going theme on this, right? So then Super 7 was supposed to release their April O'Neil, and this is what she's supposed to look like. You know, she's got the stars. It's cool she's got the badge, which is kind of weird because it doesn't connect anywhere on her. But anyways, it's got the stand. It's got the couple different microphones. It's got the little communicator that she used to contact the turtles. You know, all that stuff. You know, like all this stuff's painted, and they had this on the parts tree like the old toys, right? And you see how April looks. You know, it looks painted here. She's got the blue stripe painted, the waist, the feet, they're white. Her arms are painted flesh tone. Her hair's painted brown, everything else. You can see her kind of like right here in this next picture with, you know, what is that, Raphael or Michelangelo, like creeping her out, checking out her butt.
Yeah.
But you see, I mean, you kind of see a going theme.
Cowabunga.
Yeah. Right. And it's a good looking figure here. Everything looks great. Flesh tones painted on, like everything you could think of, right? That's what she's supposed to look like. So then I get my shit in the mail. And I am not happy about this at all. And I will show a side by side so you guys can see this shit. All right, so you see this figure here, right? This is what I actually got.
What the hell?
It looks like a KO version. Nothing's painted on the body except the blue stripe, the waist, and this. You know what? This doesn't even do it justice. Here, let me do this. I'll take it out of the box. One up. All right. So now, just so you can see this easier, look at the body. See, these are painted white, the legs, and so is the waist. And then the blue parts on the arms or whatever, those are painted, kind of like on the toy. It even has the tempo that says Turtles on the back, which is fine. But look at the flesh tone on the arms and the yellow. None of it's painted. And then it's molded plastic. They didn't paint the flesh tone part.
No, and this, it looks different on the chest and neck and face than it does on the arms too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's darker in the.
That other one looks.
And it could be just my lighting too. Like if I bring it back, it looks a little closer. It just might be my lighting.
Maybe.
But then look at that head. And then look at this one.
That's April at the call center, and then
that one.
and then
Like they made
Like
her,
it literally
black
looks
hair.
like a knockoff April O'Neil that somebody created overseas.
yeah.
And to be honest, that shit pissed me off to no end because I'm like, dude, I'm expecting to get in this cool looking April, and it looks worse than the original fucking toy from the 80s. So, you did. So, shout out to Super 7. You did great on Michelangelo,
They always mess the girls up.
Rocksteady,
Every single one.
but you need to fix the girls because you're fucking stupid because of this. Like, I'm sorry, but you guys are putting out all this great shit, but then you screw up on the girls every single time.
That's like
Sorry
inflatable
from-
sex doll looking.
Yeah, literally. So when I was talking to Yule earlier, it literally looks like a sex doll.
Yeah, I'm like, like inflatable because the tone
Yeah.
looked like that.
Like
Weird
maybe there'll be a
plastic.
reissue where she's real. Maybe this is Donatello's sex doll that he made. Who knows? But I was so pissed about that. I opened it up, and Bethany's face was priceless. She had the look on her face. She's like, "Is that supposed to look like that?" Like I was like, "Nope." So
That's
anyway.
OnlyFans April.
I don't know, dude. That was like, that was horrible. Like, and they can kiss my ass. Like, I'm actually gonna contact BBTS and send them a picture and be like, "Is it supposed to look like this, or is this just a screw up?"
I'd be like, can you send me some pictures of other stuff you have in stock just so I can look and see what these other ones look
Because
like?
this was bad, like really bad. I'm kind of curious what other people have, but anyway. So let me go back to this. You know what? Hang on one quick second. We're going to have to take like a 2-second break. I got to take a leak. I can edit this out. Hang on.
I brought a bucket. Was that? I thought we were supposed to bring a bucket. I just have it down here underneath the table. I'm like,
use a bottle.
I have a colostomy bag that I put in just for the show. So I'll show you something real quick. Since we were talking about this earlier, I put in. I don't buy Funko Pops for myself, but I get them for my son. So I've got. This is a good old BBTS.
Pikachu?
This is full of all of his Funkos. Like literally, like as much as I can fit in there without like destroying them.
Destroying them? Oh wow! Like still in the package or even opened up and stuff.
They're still in their packages. Some of them have cases. Most of them are just regular, in there because I just get them random stuff. Hell, I get them some MHA stuff. I get them. Like if I see something cool, like I got like some of the Star Wars ones, stuff like that. So, but that's
My Hero.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Awesome. I can't wait to get all of them. I was able to get a Dobby. Pretty excited about that.
Oh man.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back. So let's see here. All right, I'll cut out the last 2 minutes. So, all right, that works. Usually when there's more people, it's not that bad. But I've been drinking so much fluid the last couple of days from like how hot it was, and we were at the convention. Like I've been like pissing like a racehorse the last like 2 days. But anyway, all right. So like the Ego Moss that I'm doing that build right now, right? Uh-huh. So I was missing a part that actually came in with this set. And I'll share pictures with you guys. Here's my progress. So here's the front of the car. I've been kind of waiting for the parts to show up, and it finally showed up, so now I can continue the rest of it. Let's see here. Oops. There we go. So this is what happened was I painted the radiator like this bronze color in the front, and then finally they were able to ship my driver's side wheel assembly. So I was actually able to put that together today.
Oh, cool.
You can see that I turned around and painted this. I made it look brushed and everything. But what's pretty cool is I found this company that makes mini zip ties. And if you look here on the radiator hose, you can see the little zip tie on it.
Do you have a miniature VIN plate on there too?
So this here, like there's, so this other company, they did, what is it?
A third party.
Like, like it's like a fourth party, basically. It's like a third party of Eagle Moss. So they did these decals, like it went around here, around the filter. You have the air filter here. You had right around here, the radiator, like everything right down That's here, great. Right around this. Like, dude, it's great. Like they sent me that stuff, and I started putting that on too.
That makes it look so much more like you're looking at like a very small version of the whole thing. The real thing.
And the same company sent me over the piece that goes around the battery, because the battery was plain. It's actually molded aluminum that sticks to it, and it actually says Delco and like the actual battery type and everything.
That's awesome.
But my wheel assembly is back on. All this is screwed together now. I'm pretty happy about it. So you can see the wheel assembly is now on. So now I can continue the rest of it. But that kind of gives you a rough idea. Like I did all these hoses. I did all this stuff. I did the weathering. I did all that. I even had to run all the hose lines and everything too, like the brake lines and everything else. You have to do all of that.
Dude, some people don't do this much work putting together a real car.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited because I've got a 24 by 24 by 24 box of parts I haven't even touched yet to put on this, because I was waiting for the wheel assembly because I couldn't continue the rest of it. Because what it does, the next step is you're working on the back half of the engine bay. In fact, I put the base coat on for this, but check this out.
Oh, wow.
The master cylinder. So what I'm going to do is I put the base coat on. Now I'm going to sand it down, and then I'll put a clear coat on it and do some other stuff. So, but yeah. But that's it for my week. God damn, that was long today.
You know what you need to do before you finish that, so it's done at the same time. You need to have Hutch build you a firehouse.
Right?
Yeah, we can do that. So, this is the part where we like to try to get to know our guests and everything a little bit more. And I've known you for quite a while now, Chris. I know you and Yul have hit each other up. You've seen each other on our Saturday night meetups.
I was hoping
and
there
stuff.
was one last night, but I was like, I understand.
I was going to, dude, but I'm not gonna lie. I was too tore up and I was too tired to do one.
You were torched. I get it.
Something like that. So,
I
Chris,
would have missed it anyway because I was watching Manny Pacquiao get his ass whooped last night.
Oh yeah, I heard about that shit.
I heard people were like fearful for his life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he was gonna, if he didn't, I don't know how it went, so I don't know anything else. I just saw somebody say they were afraid for him from that.
I mean, whoever's overly mad at him for losing, I mean, what do they expect out of a fucking 42-year-old? I'm 42.
Oh no,
Yeah.
He's.
You're like, I'm 42, not even that good a shape. Like,
dude,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all of us, you know what I mean? So, but Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell us and our audio listeners, visual listeners, about yourself. You can kind of talk about how you got into collecting, that sort of thing, and any childhood memories or memories as an adult, and then tell them about toy mechanics and how you kind of fit in all that. So
Sure thing. Well,
let's go ahead and spotlight you. There we go.
I have vivid memories of when I was a kid. I grew up in the area that I'm in now. So I was in the military from the age of like 17, basically, until I retired in 2015. But was in the Army. But
thank you for your service.
Thank you. No,
What's your MOS?
I was 46 Zulu. So which is funny because our school is in Maryland now. So I've been there many times. I've hung out, and it was funny if I'd known some of you guys were just literally like right around the corner. It would have been so much cooler. But in any case, we used to have a True Value that was down. It's in one of the nearby cities in Pennsylvania, Sayre. And I used to go down there as a kid. It was a orange True Value, and we'd go down in the basement where they had other stuff, and he had toys and stuff like that down there. I used to go down there and look at. He had a glass case that had. Like I remember seeing the G1 Megatron and Soundwave and Optimus and all those things, and I remember that's where I got a lot of my first Transformers. I think there was a Kmart not far from there too. I bought the first one I ever had was Sunstreaker.
Nice.
Held on to him for a long time till all there was basically was the metal part on the front end. The arms flopping all over the place. But I also used to see all kinds of stuff. I bought like some of my Star Ear toys that I had. I don't know if you guys remember that. Little guys with the wind-up chest things and the big snake base.
I even when you said it, I even started remembering the commercials.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the comic books, everything from Marvel, all that stuff.
Now, what was your favorite toy growing up?
The Transformer stuff was probably the biggest thing. That and GI Joe. Those were the two things. I had a lot of Motu stuff, but I went through a phase with my mom at one point where she was like very religious phase, and so I ended up getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's like, all those He-Man look very demonic. You need to get rid of them.
Oh yeah. Like that and Inhumanoids and all this stuff got all lumped.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, so I ended up not doing a lot of stuff for a long time, and then that was like I was older, and I sort of got back into some of it, but I was like, teenager at that point. You're like interested in banging chicks and
yeah, right.
Doing all the other dumb stuff that we do, but I had a lot of GI Joe stuff. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of it after I had left home, and it was still at my folks' house, and a lot of it ended up getting burned.
No.
Like a Defiant and Rolling Thunder and Bug, the Cobra Bug.
Damn.
The stuff like that. But I mean, some of them were probably not in the best shape anyway. But still, I wish I'd had all that stuff. So
what happened to you too, right, Jay? Oh gosh.
I lost all my toys in a house fire.
Yeah, this wasn't a house fire. This was a
we're getting rid of this. So yeah. No, it definitely. It might have been the same situation, but we probably both felt the same way when we saw what happened. So
yeah. Especially as because I really didn't get into like buying and selling and collecting at a hardcore level until probably like 2012 or so, and that was when I got my last studio assignment. And I was when I was deployed, I had a lot of extra money, so I was basically doing a lot of BBTS, and I was shipping it to my folks' place. I remember that's when I bought like my AT-AT when they had the new AT-AT come out, like 1 billion Star Wars vehicles when they were doing all the really cool series of like they weren't vintage collection, but they were that scale stuff.
Now, were you still overseas or something, or were you ever deployed or anything like that?
Yeah, I've in 99 to like right to the end of 99, I was in Kosovo for 6 months, and then much later in 2009 to 2010 to 2011, I was in Iraq.
Okay.
But that was when we were basically shutting down and giving away the key to whoever next. So, I mean, there was some crazy stuff that happened, but it wasn't not like it had been.
It's funny you should say that, because when I was in Iraq, remember when the Stactions came out for He-Man, the 2000X He-Mans,
yeah,
they didn't move, but they were the Stactions. Of course, they were expensive, dude. Just like you, as soon as I used that deployment money to fucking blow out and buy all the Stactions.
Oh, did you? That was my question. Like, did you end up spending a lot of money from your deployment stuff, like on a lot of the figures?
Dude, like
just don't burn it.
Like
my entire classics collection pretty much was my deployment money when I got back from
Right. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I power core combiners were a big thing at the time. I think they had just come out. I remember buying like as many of them as I could. I still got a bunch of them, but then I was like, oh, a lot of these are repaints. I was like, so I didn't open everything. I've still got some of them put away, but they were fun. Stuff like that was cool. And I also started going, oh, hey, look, third-party stuff, Fans Project.
Almost wanted me to deploy again just so I could buy them.
Yeah, you're like, I mean, seriously though, people did that. They're like, I need to, buy a new car. I need to, down payment at my house or whatever to get ahead of my bills. I'm gonna go deploy. I mean, it was almost like that, almost. So
that's crazy.
Because you don't get taxed when you're in theater of.
No, so you're getting more money and you keep all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy. It was definitely a weird time, cool time in a way to be able to be a collector, I guess. But my ex-wife got me into eBay and buying and selling. She'd been doing it since like the 90s, literally since it started. And so she got me started on that. And that's when we started going to like yard sales and garage sales. This is why I was stationed in San Antonio, so I was able to go all over the place.
Yeah. No.
I was at Fort Sam Houston.
Yeah,
so.
Sam Houston.
But trust me, I went up to Austin. I bought a whole bunch of really cool stuff off like Craigslist from somebody up in Austin when I was there. I got just so much stuff, like so many you'd never believe how many things people were like selling for. I got my vintage collection, their first release, the vintage collection Millennium Falcon. You know, it's 3.5
Nice.
feet wide. I got it for $70. It was only missing like a gun and some other little things like a dish. I ended up buying those later on eBay and was like, "Yep, it's good to go. I'm good. I got everything." So, yeah, you know, you try to buy
Nice.
that thing for. Well, I don't think you got to put it down.
So now let me ask you this: what is your least favorite and favorite toy out of your collection that you have from past to present? You know.
Well, the one thing I bought that I basically was like, I can't believe I got this, and then I got rid of it. It's probably a one that a lot of people had the same thing. It was one of the Skyfire third-party Skyfires. It was not Kronos though. It wasn't
The
Kronos.
other one, the one that.
Oh, what was that other one? Who made that? Oh, shit. That's the one that Bobby demolished.
Mech Fans?
No, was it O2 Toys?
Something like that.
Yeah, because they did that really bad Jetfire that just crumbled in his hands. But anyways, continue.
The one that Dustbot, right?
I got it and was like, I cannot believe I spent the money. I mean, I didn't spend a lot on it, but I was like, that was too much for that even.
Mhm.
I'm like, so I ended up basically selling it for like, I think $25-30 or something.
At least you got some money back.
Yeah, I got something out of it, thank God. But that was probably the worst thing I think I'd seen in a long time. Most of the stuff I've got, I mean, I'll sit on a lot of things, and I'm of the mind that if I don't have a place to put it, I'm not taking it out of the box for long. Like I'll take it out and mess around with it. Sometimes I'll put some of them on the shelf. Like I've got a few things you can see some stuff sitting up there, but for the most
I'm the
part,
same way with us in the house, and like we're renovating stuff like that. You got stuff to put somewhere where you want to see it, but then you kind of rotate shit out, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and I just got a house here the end of last year, so I'm still in the process of figuring out where the hell everything goes, and then trying to get furniture that actually, you know, is what I want to have and put stuff on. So, so a lot of it's still sitting in box. I get teased for that, for having, oh, you got a nice collection sitting on your shelf in your boxes. I'm like, yeah, I know, isn't it great?
Yeah, but it's on the shelf and organized.
Yeah. Right now, I'm in the middle of spider bombing everything so I can get the stupid webs and spiders off all my crap.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. You could just have boxes everywhere and just there's no organization and it's just stuck all over the place.
Yeah.
You know who you are. I love you, but you know who you are.
Yeah. Well, you know, at least I don't have anything sitting next to the toilet or on top of the back of the toilet or inside my kitchen cupboard, I guess.
Yeah.
That guy's my hero.
Hey,
don't say his name, but we'll talk later.
I love him. I love him. I really do. So you have to have him around.
Dude, just people will probably know who we're talking about. He's a good dude through and through. I like him. So
yeah. He does. He cares so much. Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah.
Yes, literally. I feel like, dude, calm down. You care too much. You're gonna die. You're gonna kill yourself. You know.
It's like you're
it's
stressed.
To care too much, bro.
But so as far as like some of my favorite pieces, I don't know why, and I guess it's funny because we got the Fans Project, OnlyFans Project up there, but that their Menosaur, I know that is that Causality set with the little Motor Master. I mean, they're not masterpiece scale; they're still the old Chug, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Size. But I love those guys. Those were freaking fantastic, and especially the Motor Master. I think he's one of my favorite characters, outside of a couple other guys. But I just always loved that. I always like that antithesis to, you know, Optimus, this guy that's like, I'm gonna, you know, it's like get off the road or I'll take you off the road kind of guy. And to me, that was cool. Like, you know, you're finally got a guy that stands up to Prime on, you know, even ground, so to speak, and not. But in any case, that set's always been one of my key ones, and I've been trying to grab other things over time that I really, really like. There's been stuff that I've got that has been surprised by. That was like, oh wow, like the RC is definitely one of them, and that the upcoming Nightbird that they're making out of her, that looks really, really like it suits that character more.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about getting this just for the oh shit, I just realized this went down all the way. That see, like I said, I didn't even use the instructions, but I actually pre-ordered that because I was like, okay, you know, the Nightbird, even if she looked different than Fans Toys RC, like it was something kind of cool. So I was like, all right, I'll just do that.
It's
So,
like you said, you did it without the instructions because a lot of that stuff makes sense. Like you just look at it and you're like, okay, this flicks down this way. You click this over here. Like it was not really that bad. Like
yeah.
may have had to fiddle with it a little bit to figure it out, but for the most part, it all fall right into place. And some of their stuff hits right on the mark like that.
So for third-party companies, or current toy companies that are out, who is your favorite and who's your least favorite?
I'd say MMC is probably one of my favorite ones, although Fans Hobby has been coming up there pretty quickly because they've been doing a lot of really cool stuff that's outside the realm of that. Planet X is probably the other one because Planet X, again, has got their own thing that they're doing. They're not climbing over each other to do a Devastator or a Predaking or, a Menasor or whatever, which is fine. I love having that competition with all these guys so you have something cool that comes out of it, but they are doing their own thing, and that to me has always been a lot of fun. And that world that they were in, the old War for Cybertron game setting was pretty badass at the time. Least favorite, out of third party.
Omnigonics.
I have that, but I have that because I'm also a sucker for it's on sale or it's clearance.
Yeah.
I would have to say my least favorite is the what was the ones that did the old, they were the first ones to do the Quintessons and all that stuff.
iGear? Was it iGear that did those?
Did the Tetrajets?
Yeah,
they did the Tetrajets and all that. Yeah,
I had bought the whole set and I messed around with one of them and I never touched the rest of them ever again because I was like, what the hell? I mean, I've seen Tupperware that was sturdier than
nice.
But it's a cool idea. It was a scary thing to mess around with it, and I got the whole run of them for a really good price. But I've since sold them off to fund other.
Right. Nice.
That thing there. So, but yeah, those guys were. It's like I can't justify that. And then in the early, it's not X-Transbots. Who was it? Was it? They did the little sound wave, but it was a Perceptor, but it was a blaster, but it was I guess a rat.
It was also iGear. I know what you're talking about.
They did a bunch of that stuff back in the day.
I know. Well, I know what you're talking about.
That stuff like,
Ugh.
Because they did
the Mugen series.
Yeah. That's
right. Mm-hmm. I remember those.
I'm like, I got one to say, yep, I got it. I'm good.
Nice. Let's see here. Questions. Okay, so favorite animation or cartoon growing up?
Favorite cartoon growing up?
Yeah, or even up until now. I mean, just
my all-time favorite show, I think, is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Nice.
And I have a lot of stuff that I've watched, especially with my son. My son's just turned 18 this last year. He's going off to college. So
nice.
And because I was in the military, I only got to see him sometimes for a couple weeks or a month out of every year, and maybe like twice a year if I was lucky. So we would go get together. We'd camp out at my sister's house. She would go visit somebody else, and we would just get to hang out at her apartment or whatever, just the two of us, and buy bags of Skittles and soda and sit and watch Adventure Time and Avatar and all this stuff, and that was like the best time for me. So
that big old sugar rush with you and your kid, that's awesome.
It's like he's like we would eat all the stuff he's not supposed to eat when he was living with my brother and sister-in-law.
now how do you feel about isn't there a new series coming out on Netflix or something, The Last Airbender?
I'm. It's going to depend on who they get to play the different parts and how it ends up coming out. Unfortunately, I've always been pretty attached to the original cast and the people that do those. But they've been showing up in other shows that are like that. Like you have the Dragon Prince, I think, was another show that has some of those voice actors in it. You got the Voltron. Voltron has a bunch of those guys in it too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows out there that I think are extremely good successors in terms of like the spirit of what those shows are trying to do that have executed it really well. And that's what I would like to see more of in the future.
All right. So, because I'm asking these random questions so people can kind of get to know you. Favorite, let's see here. Favorite either growing up or even till now, favorite junk food. You can even answer some of these too, you know what I mean? So, like, go ahead.
Sour Patch Kids. And one time they used to have them at PNC, which is a food store chain around here. Yeah. And they used to go able to go in and scoop them out and fill the bags up.
Oh, like yeah.
By the pound. I remember one time I got a 5-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. We went to a movies and we're watching. Shit. I ate as much of that as I could. I ate so much my tongue, I burned raw. I literally burned the skin off of my tongue, and I couldn't eat anything for like another day. That was a horrible thing, but I love those things. I can't eat them now, but they were probably my favorite food or junk food ever.
What about you, Yul? What was your favorite?
Of the American candies, that's exactly my thing too. I love it. I'm a sucker for that, and Sour Patch Kids or anything that's sour gummy kind of shit. I love.
See, I wouldn't be able to hang with you guys doing that shit because when I was a kid, like even till now as an adult, if I eat anything sour, I start to tear up. Like if I have like barbecue sauce that has like vinegar in it, I'll tear up. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's weird. Like I can eat like hot, like, like the Candy's hot tamales. I can eat them motherfuckers by the pounds. You know what I mean? Like what you guys. Yeah, but I could eat the hottest shit, or I can eat those. Like even now, every once in a while, I'll catch myself like getting like those little like movie theater boxes, like or something like that, or the little bags, and then I'll just eat those and then won't touch them. And
also the true thing that I'm a sucker for, that if I'll probably die from diabetic shock from, is Mexican candy. I fucking love Mexican candy, dude. It's very sour and very spicy at the same exact time.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that make like super hot chocolate and shit like that. Chili chocolate. It's like, what the hell is this?
I'd eat that shit. Like I'll eat that dark chocolate fucking habanero shit. Like
habanero dark. Yeah, it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
No, that's stay away from that.
I grew up in with a bunch of Mexicans too.
Nice.
I probably ate Mexican candy, and at first it was very jarring because I'm like, this is not candy. What is it?
Exactly.
What is this?
Like a shock.
Yeah, exactly. But then you get used to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh my god!
You fooled me. You tricked me. You said candy, but it's not candy.
It's not candy. What is this? This is too sour. Candy's not supposed to be sour. Super
supposed to hurt.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't. I can't do that shit. I don't know why. Bethany laughs at me. She'll eat like sour shit, and she'll just look at me and smile, like, "Oh, I can do something you can't." Like, you know what I mean?
It's like a bunch of lemon heads.
Yeah. Like I tried it. Like there was one time I forgot who was it that gave it to us. They were telling us to try this candy. I put it in my mouth, and dude, I look like that kid from that commercial had like the one tear rolling down his eye. Like it came out of nowhere. Like I just can't do it. But so Chris, I know you and I talked quite a bit about this. I know you said you've done some photography and stuff in the past, and then I don't know if you want to kind of touch on that at all a little bit, and then we'll also kind of touch on the toy mechanics, and you can kind of talk about that as well. So
sure. Well, I was a journalist for the Army for 22 years, so I started out with a camera. We started out with wet film, doing we got to learn how to do stuff in a dark room, process the film, and all that crap. And then we got into the digital age at the end of the 90s and into 2000. And then after that, I've been taking pictures my entire career. It's kind of funny. I always thought I was going to get to that point where you're like, oh, I'm getting promoted. I'm going to get a new job. Now I can do all this, this other cool stuff, and I'm done with it. No, you're never done with it, ever. You're like, oh, hey, you, Sergeant, get over me and get that. It just gets to be more like I don't know, I don't want to say lame, but it's certainly more like taking pictures of parades or changes of command, or like I don't know how many events we took pictures of downtown in San Antonio of like their annual. They have their clam fest, and then they have I can't think. I wish I could remember what the heck it is. But they have something they do every year that is a huge deal for the city. It brings in tons of money. It's a big thing. But we go out there and we take pictures because they have so much integration with the military there. It's great. But I got to take pictures and do some really cool stuff over the time I've been in. And I mean, I've met some really neat and interesting people. I've met some movie stars and celebrities and stuff. Like we got to do PT with Denzel Washington way back when he was getting ready to do Courage Under Fire.
Oh, nice.
I got to take pictures of Meg Ryan shooting a 9mm so she could learn how to do that. And then, just other people got to meet President Clinton and his daughter when he came over to Kosovo when we were
Nice.
there. That was kind of neat. And it's impressive. Like, I mean, you can say what you want about the guy, but he's Slick Willie through and through.
Oh man,
interesting. Definitely interesting though. But the photography has always been like one of my favorite things. Now, because I always had access to like this awesome, like $2,000-$3,000 camera kits and all this other stuff that we got. I just used, because they were like, hey, if you want to go on a vacation or you go home on leave and you want to sign out the stuff, go ahead and take some of it and you can go out and do stuff. So I was taking pictures whenever I go on hikes and when I would go do this and that. And so not only was I doing it for work, I was taking pictures of my own stuff, but I got to use their equipment all the time. So I never bought anything for myself. So I was like, why would I going to go buy it when I got this? This is better than anything I can afford. And so when I ended up getting out, I ended up not really getting anything still. But now I have a nice camera that's got a good camera setup, or a nice phone that's got a good camera setup.
Yeah. Well, of course, all the phones now have crazy cameras, 4K and above. Mine's got an 8K camera built into it. Like, it's wild. Do you do any toy photography or anything like that at all, or just you were doing other stuff?
I have always wanted to do more of that. I take pictures of my stuff, and I always try to do. I pose stuff or take the pictures based on the stuff that I've learned how to do over the years. But I love the idea of doing diorama photos, and that's one of the things I was trying to think of how we could, like, at one point I was going to buy a school bus, like a mini school bus off of my brother who had gotten one from when he was working as a bus driver, and it was going to turn into like a mobile, like toy photography thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Just one of these ideas. I was like, how can you do this so that you can make enough money off of it to sustain it, as opposed to like, it's a cool idea, but is it really practical? It's the same thing with like having your own business to buy and sell stuff anymore. It's like brick and mortar is fun and much more personable, but realistically, to survive, you got to be online, or otherwise you're not probably going to be able to make it very well, unless you happen to be like a Tashi station or a you name any big play, Golden Apple or whatever, something like that. So,
okay.
Did you wrap up your career in San Antonio?
Yeah, that's where I ended up finishing up. So I got out.
Question. Do you remember the barbecue hot dog stand in front of the PX where the brother out there had like a bunch of logs when he was
yeah, I think so. I think I do actually.
Dude, that guy had the best fucking hot dogs.
And it was like a secret almost. Like people didn't know about it, but like I remember I think one of my supervisors was like, "Hey, let's go try this." And I was like, "Holy crap, this
is good, right?"
You're like, these lips and assholes are amazing.
Yeah. It's like, this is the best food you should eat.
Yeah.
Like there was a time when, when me and my ex weren't really getting along. We got along to go together to the PX to eat those hot dogs.
Yeah, right.
Because they were that good. Like, because there was a guy, there was a guy in front of the exchange, the post exchange that was serving these incredible links with the barbecue sauce that he used for that. It was really good.
That's amazing.
I do remember that.
That's cool. That's cool that you guys had that quick little peanut sharing moment there. No, I'm just kidding. But Chris, why don't you kind of tell them? Yeah, right. Like, just so close. Like,
ouch.
Yeah, right. So wow. So go ahead and tell them about toy mechanics and how your involvement is and everything with that.
So I ended up working at this toy store that's up here that is infamous in our area now because of the guy that owns it. Yeah, he does that stuff to basically to his customers.
That's funny.
He, you know, I worked for him as long as I could, and then I had to leave the place. But because of that, I ended up meeting Hutch, and I met Jason Dutcher, and I met Brandon McGinley, and I met all these guys out there that are part of the group. You know, RJ and Les and his uncle Tim and Tin and Justin, all these guys. I mean, and as a result of that, Hutch was the one that was like, "Hey, listen, he's got this. I don't want to say what a dream, but he definitely has got this firm
Some
idea
sort of vision." Yeah.
And it's called the Toy Mechanics, and it's like a perfect summation of what we are able to do and what we want to do. Is like we don't just buy stuff, we make stuff work. You know, like it doesn't matter what condition something's in, you know, and you know, all of us are like, hey, you got parts for this, you got parts for that.
Yeah.
We can make something out of whatever it is we got, put something back to new, you know, fix stuff up. Like if, you know, nobody, you know, you have all the people that complain, oh, this is loose or this came apart or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll bitch about it too, just like everybody else. But we also have collective knowledge enough to like put these things back and right, you know, fix them up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and on top of that, you know, being plugged in further to the realm of collectors, it helps us, you know, be able to learn more about how we can do that stuff better and you know, share that knowledge with whoever, you know, we run into, because that's part of the fun of being in these groups, is being able to share all this stuff like we're doing right now.
Oh yeah. And like it was kind of crazy because you guys are based out of New York, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like it was kind of crazy because I know Chuck and some others are in the group, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, like I got pulled into the group, and honestly I can't remember how it happened. I was just all of a sudden I was there, and then like I haven't left since. So
I'm gonna blame Chuck for that, but that's a good thing though. He's that's good credit on him, and I didn't mean to leave him out. Chuck's also another guy that I met as a we'll call him a cranky customer when I was working.
Cranky customer,
because he was coming in and he was bitching about
this box not perfect. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the way the guy had the Mezco stuff displayed, he's the one that said, "Hey, why do you have the stuff turned around with the, you know, just the label, like especially like the metal box ones for the 112 stuff facing out, where all you see is the name of the thing." He's like, "Turn it around so you can see what's in the what's in this tin or what's in the box," and so he'd talk about that. Then we were talking about stuff that, you know, he was buying, Transformers or something, and we would, you know, have the little occasional, well, I don't know about this or I don't know about that, but yeah, okay, but most of it was like agreement and, you know, like a mutual respect of like, oh, you're much more of a collector than I thought, and same vice versa. Yeah. And then after, I actually got to know him better after I was not working there, but and then like I said, that's when it was right around that time, like I said, I joined the group formally and started to really get to know everyone.
Hey, there's a bunch of great group of guys in there. I noticed there are a couple different guys like yourself that do photography. There's a couple guys that specialize in like toy hunts, like all the time, you know, some of like what you do, Hutch, where you guys have your hustles and stuff. And then, yeah. And then I noticed like there's other people in there that have other like talents too that kind of add to the fold of things. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
we've got one of the guys that is, and I've gotten to be really close friends with him, mostly because, well, he's a good guy first off, but also because he's the closest guy to me. He lives right down the street from me, and so Brandon, he's. As I've gotten to know him, I've learned like, oh, he plays, you know, in a band, and he's a really good guitar player. He is turns out an amazing artist too. Like,
oh yeah,
he showed off some stuff, and we were like, oh, cool. But then he started showing off some more stuff, and you're like, holy shit, he's really good. And so we've been trying to like get his stuff out there. In fact, I kind of forgot about this last weekend. Actually, we had free comic book day up here at one of our local comic book stores. This is a place that's been around. It's not the same owner now, but it's the same store that I went to when I was like 10, 12 years old. And Fat Cat Books, shout out to Drew and Fat Cat Books. But they had set up the thing where he and another guy, Dan, had come up and they were doing drawings for people for free on free comic book days. So he did a couple really cool ones for some kids, like some My Hero Academia and some Naruto and stuff like that. But he's like I said, he's definitely somebody that to be watching out for as far as like what he has to offer.
Dude, he does some phenomenal stuff, and in fact, we actually have him as a guest here in a couple of weeks on September 12th. So be sure to people check him out on that.
I'll make sure he gets some cool stuff to show off, whatever he's been
working on. I got some pictures here that I was going to pull up that he shared in the realm. I just got to find them, but
he's been busting his ass like crazy trying to get stuff ready for TFCon.
Oh yeah, he's been asking me questions about stuff. And in fact, here's some pictures here. Let's see here. Let me see all, and then I'll share. Like, it's crazy some of the pictures he's done, and I'll share over here so our visual people can see this.
And he's pretty versatile. He's pretty versatile too, because usually you see people that do Transformers sometimes have trouble doing regular people and vice versa.
Yep.
Because they're like, oh, it's boxes versus like flowing lines and stuff like that. But he moves back and forth between them really well.
I love the smirk on Hot Rod's face. For people that are listening, if you go to the Realm of Collectors Facebook group and you search for Brandon, how do you say his last? Well, I don't want to say his last name, but you'll be able to find it when you see it.
It's up there on the picture.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see it, but yeah. So dude, like this one of him, like Hot Rod smirking. You got this one of Optimus he did. Like, this is cool. I love that he signs his stuff and he puts like the date and everything he does on it. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's see here. This is the one. Did Wolf buy this from him? I can't remember.
It must be, because it's all a bunch of G1 stuff that looks like Wolf stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's got all that G1 stuff. Then they get the RC in the background. That was pretty cool. Then of course he did another. This is on his tablet. Like, he does all of it freehand on the tablet and everything, right? Like from what?
Yep.
Yeah, like it's crazy. He did this Optimus Prime. Pretty good looking.
Yep.
And then he did Wolverine. Like, dude, I've never seen somebody that can go back and forth a couple different things, like, and actually do like muscle and everything else, and then someone that can do bots at the same time. Like you said, he's multi-talented. So yeah, it's crazy. Like some of the stuff he can do. Look at this.
Yeah, we've been trying to give him ideas on different like cool mashups and stuff like that for the show and things like that. How to put some of the stuff together, because obviously TFCon is going to be all about Transformers. But
I wouldn't say that entirely. There are people that sell art of other stuff.
Oh yeah.
So he definitely should keep that open.
Certain percentage of stuff to.
Yeah. Here he did a Spawn. Check that out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a Spawn that he did. Yeah, he's got some really cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
I've got that piece of art actually.
Yeah.
Up on my wall.
I dig it. Yeah, look at that one, that Prime. That's pretty cool.
That one was my favorite when we showed it to us.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
Looks like the core class Prime from. That's really cool.
So what I'm gonna try to talk to Brandon about when he's on or one of these days. I want to talk with him about actually designing a shirt for us.
Okay. Yeah, he'd definitely do good for that.
Like something like that, because we're looking at getting something for TFCon. So I'm thinking something simple, and even if we take something like similar, like what he's done or something, and kind of throw something out, I don't know. Like, we'll talk about that later. But I had some cool ideas. He does some good stuff. So, all right. So, oh man, is there anything else you want to kind of reveal about yourself, or are you pretty much good?
I'm pretty good. I'm sure I'll think of stuff that
just pop in, just throw anything out. All right, so now that we have our OnlyFans moment, so I'm going to share this article.
OnlyFans unite.
Yeah, OnlyFans unite. So I don't know if people had seen. Oh, I hate when art websites do this.
Spam you with like stuff.
Yeah, spam me with a bunch of shit. Like, why the
Now
hell would I
form
want to?
the head.
Yeah, right. So, OnlyFans is going to bar sexual explicit videos starting in October. Many sex workers, it says here, I love this article. It goes, many sex workers use OnlyFans to charge customers online. What's that?
Isn't this like the opposite of what they were created for?
Yeah. Well, isn't that what OnlyFans was created for? Just to do this? I mean, I don't know. Like,
no, but that's what it kind of turned into, and that's what it's become notorious.
Well,
for.
what I remember, like, way back when like celebrities got like their pictures stolen online, and then next thing you know, OnlyFans popped up, and they were just selling them. Like, stuff got stolen off their phones, and next, like Bella Thorne, I don't know if you remember her a few years back, where she had like sexually explicit or nude photos or something of herself or her doing acts that got stolen off of her phone. And to get ahead of all of it, I don't know if you heard this article or not, but to get ahead of all of it, she just created an OnlyFans account and just uploaded it and said, "Here, if you want it, buy it." And then she started making money from it. She made like $2 million in like no time, like just doing it.
Wow.
See, what the reason why only a lot of people wondering why they're doing this, and the problem is, the real reason why is because advertisement and CP. You can, CP is the biggest thing that'll kill your platform every single time, whether it's accidental and you know what I mean, because that's kind of why PayPal stopped working with PH, with the hub, okay, because a possible child P. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
And so, and the thing is, no company wants to be associated with your bank was the one that was funding these guys, and you know that they're uploading this kind of material, whether accidentally or not.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to avoid all those legal, and that's another thing. There's no, not everywhere across the world or America has different standards of what's allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone's freedoms are equal in America.
Yeah.
There's some things that you can see, penetration, and sometimes you can't see penetration. My point is that to avoid all the litigation and all the problems that come with it, it's better for OnlyFans to take this route. Sadly, however, their entire brand has pretty much been known strictly for that kind of thing.
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just say it's kind of like what Tumblr decided to do too, right? Mm-hmm. Like they just said, "Oh, we're gonna make sure nobody can use any of this stuff anymore," for the same reason, because they were getting too close to the sun. There can get burned.
There we go.
Well, Tumblr, all the guys from Tumblr were a bunch of SJWs mostly, and they all ran to Twitter when people stopped hanging when they scared everyone out of Tumblr. Now they're scaring everyone out of Twitter. So
yeah.
It's so, like, even okay. Speaking of which, you guys heard about the thing called Stack Hub that's coming out, or Hubstack, right?
What is that, like a porn stuff?
No, not at all. I don't know if it's Hubstack.
Well, no, I was gonna joke around and say, was it like a porn site for like couponers or something? Like, I don't know, like.
No, it's kind of like a Patreon for a lot of these comic book artists and writers.
Oh, interesting. No, I never heard of it.
Where they're getting their own. Yeah. Well, anyways, that company bought had hired a bunch of comic book writers like James Tynion and Jonathan Hickman, a lot of prominent, the guys that make money in the fucking comic book industry, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is James Tynan, because of the money that he's getting from Hubstack or whatever I forgot what his short I think it's that he quit writing Batman because and he also quit Twitter. And the funny thing is, James Tynan has got some SJW tendencies himself. Like, he shames people and stuff, right?
Oh, wow.
Now the irony is, a bunch of SJW comic book artists are really pissed off because they think all things should be equal. You know, it was equal in outcome, and instead of opportunity,
so to speak.
Right? Like, they all want to be paid a certain amount of money without having the talent to fucking to back up their stuff. Like, so James Tynan and a bunch of those other writers who used to be part of that bandwagon in Twitter are bowing out of Twitter because they know that social media is bad. They even made fun of Twitter. Said Twitter like I'm getting out of social media because it's horrible. Like, yeah, dude, you're part of those people that made it horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like walking into a room and letting one rip, and then being like, man, it stinks in here. I'm leaving.
Yeah, leaving. Right. Exactly.
I did that. And actually, it's a funny story. When we were at the convention and when people were getting too close to me, I would randomly just crop dust the fuck out of people. Like, if the people are too, like, because you're in the crowded. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut into you. What you said, it was kind of funny. This weekend, like, there was a crowd of people around me that kept getting around me, and I was trying to take a photo, and I had people bumping into me. And I did tell a kid who had a lightsaber I was going to shove it up his ass, or not a kid, but you know what I mean, adult. I was like, dude, I'm going to shove that lightsaber up your ass if you don't fucking get out of my way. Like, people were getting antsy, and I understand that because we've been all cooped up the last year and a half or some shit. But yeah, so like, I sat there and people wouldn't get around me. I crop dusted, and then I waited for the first person to be like, "Oh, what the hell was that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I smell that too. Who the fuck did that?" Like, like, you nasty bastard. Like, did you forget to change your underwear or something? Like. But anyway, sorry, it didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and continue.
Oh, yeah. So continuing on to just the whole going back to OnlyFans now. Remember, I told you that I'm really involved. I'm gonna say involved, but I'm really into observing what takes place in the manosphere. I've been reading a lot of. I've been digesting or consuming a lot of red pill, content on YouTube. And a lot of them are laughing because the reason why these OnlyFans hoes are getting all this money is because simps are the one paying them all that money, right? So now a lot of the red pill guys are making fun of these broads. They're saying, now the simps can't give you money. How y'all gonna get that money?
That's funny.
Well, because a lot of them was talking a lot of shit, saying, "Well, I made $1 million, this and that." But they're asking, but then the guys who are in the red pill content, they're asking them, well, do you have a backup plan? And when all of this, eventually,
and they don't. A lot of people don't. They're freaking out.
Right. And the thing is, they thought that they were being insulted. Instead, they're trying to be given good advice as to, well, you need a plan because I promise you, this is not going to last.
A plan B.
Yeah. And this is what they were saying. They were saying that, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been making exponentially more money each month as I've been on OnlyFans.
Will you be making that much money when you're not doing sexually explicit favors or naked?
That's the point. See, so now the manager.
She's coming on. She's going to be doing some cross stitching, man. I can't wait to watch that. Oh,
she went from OnlyFans porn to like Mr. Rogers in like no time. Like
that needlework. Oh, it's so hot.
So
look at the way she's inserting it. Ooh. No, I'm just kidding. Good.
It's just real funny because, like I said, because I'm a recovering simp. I was one of those guys who used to hang out with a bunch of people that love to go to strip clubs and make it rain when if I could back in the day. And I thought that was a noble thing. Didn't realize that was a sucker thing. So
when you get done doing it and you go out to your Honda Civic and they go out and get in their Mercedes,
their Bentley or something,
exactly,
like SLK 500,
right.
And you always noticed that every time you saw a stripper, she was named after her own car. Like it was weird. I don't know.
Let's
Yeah.
Mercedes.
You didn't see any
Like,
strippers
you
named
know.
Honda though, did you? Or
Yeah.
or Toyota.
And it was sad because like I'd be the guy after I spent all of that money. I was like, fuck, how am I going to get my, third party thing? I was gonna buy, that money's gone, right?
So you need to hire her.
Right.
Mm.
Oh wait, that's
Wow.
damn. That's okay. That's not the right way to go.
Jesus. So, speaking of hiring, did you guys see that they are making Clerks 3?
That's going to be awesome. And I'm glad that Kevin Smith is moving on to do this because
Yes.
I
think the world needs it right now, to be honest.
exactly. Because I've been overly critical of Kevin Smith in the last like month because of the whole He-Man thing. Come to find out that a lot of it really isn't his fault.
Yeah.
I didn't realize at the time that how many different parameters that he was given to actually do his stuff. He had to meet a bunch of gay quotas and race quotas and whatever kind of quotas for his project.
There was a bunch of articles I saw talking about it too. I didn't get a chance to read all of them yet.
Right.
But...
I didn't know that it was actually a thing. I was wondering why have our creators become woke, and it turns out it's not our creators, it's the companies saying this is how it's gonna be, and this is the parameters that you have to work with.
Yeah.
And of course, Kevin Smith can't upset he can't win no matter which direction he goes because he might not be woke enough, or not, so I hope that in his next
he's got to go where his money's, at. Unfortunately, I mean,
agreed.
No matter how he may feel, I mean, he's got to feed his
kids, right?
himself,
And I hope that this time he doesn't talk as much because I have a feeling.
But this Clerks, though, this is going to be, I think, something a lot more in alignment with the actual Kevin Smith.
Yes, that's what I want.
So I went back and I went back and rewatched the other two, and I was like, holy shit. If they had the second movie now, it would blow people's fucking minds. I'm surprised people haven't tried canceling Kevin Smith off of that film alone.
I know, right? A lot of this
as much as like, dude, like the rant where Dante, where he ends up dropping the N-bomb and like all that other stuff and taking this back and everything else. And I was just like, and it was funny because I was watching it with my boy Lewis, right? And he's Puerto Rican, whatever else. And we were watching it and he's never seen it before. And it dropped and he's like, what did he just say? And I was like, oh dude, it's fucked up. It's going to get even worse. That's all I'm going to say. And he rewatched it, and we were like, "Holy shit!" Like the whole entire movie, the second one was awesome. It's fucked up some of the stuff they said in it was an awesome film.
I like it when she said, "I really secretly I actually like ATM."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And she's like, "It's in the heat of passion. It's okay to do it," or something. And then you hear Dante in the background, "I knew it," or something like that. But I'm glad this cast is back from the second one. You got Randall, you got Dante, was it Elias, and shit, what was her character name in that one? Fuck, I can't remember. Becky. So anyways, dude, so I was going through the article, and I'm going to scroll down a picture, and this picture shows when the second one came out, and then this is the same picture of the same four with this new movie. And look, this is obviously from the first one years ago, the black and white version. But look at the difference from back then in the second movie to now.
All the receding hairlines.
Yeah, that too. Like
even what's her face has got her hair a little bit further back.
Yeah, right. Dude, it's oh my god, dude, you don't know how excited I am for this movie because I love some movies. Kevin Smith, they're okay, but Clerks is some of the funniest fucking shit ever. I'm sorry, it is. And I'm actually pretty excited for it to come back. And now I'm kind of thinking like Clerks 2 was in 2006. I guess this one's coming out this year and the next year or something like that. So I'm wondering how they're going to tackle everything now, because they're going to say some fucked up shit about COVID.
Yeah.
And they're going to talk about like especially with all the comic book shit. The funniest fucking line ever is when Dante and Elias and that one guy that was the customer get into it about Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, they walk. That's all they do.
Yeah. He's like, there's only one return, and it's not of the king, it's of the Jedi. Like, it was fucking awesome. And what did he say? Something about like Sam and Frodo's Suckfest or something. I don't know. Anyways, but you remember that? Like at the end of the film, you got to go back and watch that because I forgot how many good lines are in there.
Lord of the Rings, the
yeah. But I'm actually pretty excited for this film to come out. So
the unrated
and what's that?
It's crazy because obviously they were a little older than me, but I was a senior in high school when I saw Clerks, the first Clerks.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I was that much younger than I was 18. I wasn't that much younger than those cats, but now to see them and then I was in Iraq when I saw Clerks 2. I was in what 2006, when it came out, right?
Dude, that picture is a 15-year difference.
And then now that's exactly how I feel. That's my picture. I don't feel like I'm that much older.
I think Randall looks the oldest out of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dante looks pretty up there too, but
yeah, Dante's looking
anyway.
They just have that look on their face, like we see.
Fuck! Why am I doing this?
Why am I still doing this? And that's the irony. You're like, wow.
So shout out to Jason Mewes to continue on with this. Yeah. They're in the middle of shooting this right now, right? He was supposed to be at some Comic-Con this past weekend, and he had to miss it because he was shooting. And he actually went to his social media and said, "Hey, sorry everybody, I missed this. I'll make it up to you when I'm there next. But just to let you know, here's like some exclusive back to scenes." And he was going around with his phone behind the scenes in Clerks 3.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Yeah, it's on his social media. You have to check that out. But
I have a question. Did you guys watch the documentary, the movie based on Clerks 1?
What was the documentary?
That's not that. I think it's not a bio. I think it's more of a biopic than a documentary. I'm sorry, where people are playing Kevin Smith, like trying to make the movie. I forgot what it was called, but the movie
it's like a mockumentary type thing or something.
It's not a mockumentary. I mean, like it's a biopic. Like they're not making fun. It's like they're trying to tell the story of Clerks. I'm gonna think Clerks biopic. I think that's what it is.
So the story of the making of Clerks.
Yes, the story of Kevin Smith's. I think the movie's called Shooting Clerks. I think that's what the movie's.
Shooting Clerks.
Shooting Clerks. Yeah.
I don't know if they get away with that now, but
yeah.
No. Not.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, but I was in 3 years ago. I was in a Comic-Con watching them talk about that film. I don't know if they ever released it, but I hope they do because
it was 2019. It says.
Was it released officially, or no?
Yeah, it says 2019.
That's Thin Kevin. So yeah.
No, that's not Kevin at all.
But that's what it's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Right,
yeah. It's supposed to be. It's somebody. It looks like the guy who's playing the director is doing like different roles or something.
Wow,
like different
that's
people.
at least from this distance, that's a spot on looking dude.
But yeah, it's basically talking about how Kevin Smith first met Jason Mewes and all the people in the cast of Clerks, and the things he had to do. The comic, him selling his comic book collection and.
Oh yeah, all the crazy shit he had to do for all this.
Yeah. So
I've never seen this. I'll have to check it out. It's kind of cool. I have to look at that.
That's I figured you'd have seen it since Clerks was your thing. So.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So continue on here. We got Anthony Mackie apparently closes deal to star in Captain America 4. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's a good direction to go.
No, I don't want your bullshit. Sorry, and go ahead.
I think this is great. If they can continue with the same momentum that they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier and
Mhm.
gravitas and everything that they were trying for there, I think this will be a really, really good movie.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I just like I hope. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you think it's going to be the whole buddy cop deal thing like it was in
I hope so.
the
That's a
show?
winning formula. That's you know
It
what I mean?
is. It's. I love those two together. They're funny as hell. It
I agree.
it reminds me of old like Lethal Weapon days.
I was just gonna say, Mel
yeah.
Gibson and
Buddy cop.
Danny Glover. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But apparently, it's getting reported from all over the place. Very similar news, like the Hollywood Reporter, a bunch of other places, IGN, like some of the other ones. So it seems like it's going to happen. There's no way that they're not going to do something like this, especially when now that there's a new Captain America. But it all depends on how shit turns out in the next few films, I guess. So
Yeah. I mean, you still got the whole thing with Sharon Carter that they gotta they gotta do something with that.
that'd be a movie on its own. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The shit that's going on with her. So. All right, so next we got. Have you guys seen this movie back in the day?
Yes, the first
Tucker
one.
Dale versus Evil.
Yes.
So
I haven't.
apparently they're going to be doing a sequel, and I didn't realize this, but it's been 10 years since the last one.
Yeah, I guess that's about right.
Dude, this movie kind of reminds me of like those spoof movies, kind of like Shaun of the Dead and shit like that from back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I love these like horror spoof type shit. So, and especially when you have like two bumbling idiots that are live out in the middle of nowhere, that you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, dude, it's crazy. Like, so like the first one was only, it says here in the article where it debuted in cinemas and it was managed to recoup its budget of $5 million. That's all it cost to make that film. And as soon as I heard that was coming out, I was like, dude, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. And I loved every fucking thing about it. It was amazing.
Yeah, the first one.
Have you seen this, Chris?
I watched part of it. I never got to finish it, so I'm
You
bad.
gotta finish it because
I'm a
as
bad
it goes
boy.
on, it just gets worse and worse and it gets funnier. So
It was. I was rolling though from what I saw though. It was hilarious. And I'm a huge fan of, and I can't think of his stupid name right now, but the guy that's the little guy on the right. I can't think of his damn name.
what's his name? Who was in? He was in Transformers. He was also in Firefly.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The guy who was
This
in
guy right
Knight's
here.
Tale.
The-
The guy in Knight's Tale.
The guy, the guy with the blonde hair right here.
He was the voice of K2SO. Yeah, all that
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
He's
He's a great actor. Like he actually has a TV show. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, do it.
Tudyk? Is it
Alan
Tudyk?
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. Yeah.
Alan Tudyk, yeah. He has a TV show called Resident Alien. Go watch that shit.
Oh yeah, I've heard good stuff about that.
Dude, that it's basically like he's an alien that crash lands on Earth, but he was sent there to actually just destroy Earth. And he ends up crash landing and he's stuck there. And then he basically takes over this doctor's body. He basically kills the doctor, takes a sample of his DNA and transforms into the doctor. And he's living amongst these residents and he's trying to figure out how to be human amongst these residents. But then he's got like this internal monologue going at the same time, like while he's saying stuff, like, and like it's crazy. Like there was a scene one time where he was like, "Yeah, what do you think about this?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'd like to dissect your brain and see how it works." Like he says shit like that. It's like crazy. But
And of
yeah,
course, people are like, "Oh, that's so funny."
yeah.
That's
So,
But yeah,
but
this
yeah,
is
I'm definitely in for this. I'm definitely in for this. I love the type of films where you don't have to think too much and you know you're just going there just to laugh. Because we get like in these times we have way too much shit going on in this world right now. You have to escape sometimes and shit like this. You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
So, what did you guys think of this trailer? Did anybody watch it for this interesting looking new He-Man?
I have not got a chance to see this trailer yet. I've just seen pictures of it. Is that Man at Arms on the left?
So
The one, yeah, the one that looks like Samus. Yes.
What
right
the
here.
hell?
Yeah,
Looks
that's
like
Man
Yeah,
at
a
Arms.
this is Man at Arms. This is supposed to be what Tila.
Ram, ma'am.
what? Ram, ma'am. Okay, now I
Ma'am.
can see it. She's got like a big chunky thing on her head. Her head's down like in her shoulders.
Is that what the actual name is, or is that what? Okay, never
Ram,
mind.
ma'am. Yes.
Wow. So, anyways, long story short, it was kind of weird the way. I mean, I kind of like how Cringer looks. It's kind of like, I don't know, Mythic Legion-ish look. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was kind of interesting because He-Man's way like different. Different.
His arms
and-
look like freaking
Like
size of
tree
people.
trunks, and he's
Yeah.
got like. This is how like you could see like animated like steroid bodybuilders look, but it's weird. Like in the animation, correct me if I'm wrong, Coco. In this, didn't he like when he took the swords that I had the power, and then he hit, like he typically does, he hits Cringer with it, but doesn't he hit all the other people with it too?
I'm thinking it's that they're trying to do something similar like that, where they're all hence they're all masters. Of
Yeah, but they called this one He-Man and the Masters of the
the
Universe.
universe. Well,
And it's a reboot. It says it right there.
the truth is, I don't have a problem with any of this because it's meant to
It's meant for kids. It really is. I mean, there's.
This generation sense of
Mhm.
This is the cyberverse of He-Man.
man.
Oh
I
yeah,
have-
I could see that. I could see that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe not quite. I don't know. I have to watch it to see because Cyberverse looked really. But then you got into it and it was like, holy cow, this is freaking great.
Mm.
I realize that that barbarian way He-Man is never going to be a thing because it's a little too savage for this era. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're done with the films this week. So on to toy news. Now let's see if we get any interesting pop-ups.
Shoki.
Ooh.
So, what did you guys think of this Masterpiece Shoki?
It looks
The-
cool. I love trains, and I think these guys are. That's definitely.
Wow, look at that.
I'm sorry, but that's even though that's the official toy, that looks like a knockoff. Of
It
something
does,
somewhere.
doesn't it?
But
I mean, it looks like a monorail train, I guess. I mean,
The
it
train's
does look
cool.
about right.
the train's pretty nice looking. I'm really interested to see what happens with this. How this.
I'm just curious. Is that one of the things that combined to be part of Raiden, or
Yeah.
okay? Just making sure.
It
So
is.
he's.
Because
I
I've never
think
seen
so-
them sold individually. I've always seen them sold as a.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. That's what people. I was listening to a show earlier today, and they were talking about how you only either saw them as Raiden or as the trains, and they were the ones giving them the rides where they had to go because the.
But you never saw them as individual bots, right? From what I remember.
Well, I think in the train modes, so you only really saw them as trains or as Raiden.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, that robot looks kind of cool.
Mhm.
It reminds me like an Energon or an
Yeah, because of the,
Cybertron figure.
Dude,
Almost.
is it me or those calves and thighs really thin? You see that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
flat pieces in the front,
Yeah.
like from crosswise instead of front to back.
Yeah. That looks really thin. But you had this huge upper body. I guess he's probably part of the main part of the combiner, I guess.
He's supposed to be the leader of the train bots, but I don't
Yeah.
know if that means he's one of because he's 6 trains. There's going to be
Mhm.
Devastator style, so he's not a
Yeah.
what do you call it, Scramble City style. So where you can just swap all the limbs out. But that's cool though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice to see something new.
I like to see it's different.
Yeah, different. That is, it's not another Devastator, which is I love Devastator. Don't get me wrong, but man, I really want to see some fresh takes on all this stuff.
One thing I'm kind of shocked about, and I think I can't remember if it was Chris I talked to you, if it was in general that I was talking to people about, but what happened to the rest of these combiners? Zeta was on a hot streak, and then they just slowed down. I don't know if it had something to do with the pandemic or what, but Like,
I don't
want
know,
to see
but
more
you
of
know,
this shit.
Zeta's the company that was always like, teasing the lion, like they're always poking the sleeping lion with like putting their shit out like right in front of Hasbro or Takara, or putting the same exact things out. Like when they reissued all their Seekers right at the same time, you know, the MP 2.0 came out for Starscream. I mean, I don't know if maybe they got something happened to it. Maybe somebody said, you know what, you better stop it. I don't know. It just seemed to me
Could be.
that they were kind of taking.
I mean, they tried pulling some shit like Jing did a few years ago, where they had a booth right across from Hasbro where they had all their knockoff shit of Hasbro, like in Takara, right in front of them. Like, that's some balls. You remember that? I can't remember what convention that was.
And what happened to Wei Zhang again?
Yeah. They got turned into somebody else.
Yeah, they fucked with Disney, and then they got slammed.
Oh yeah.
Mama Disney came in and went boom.
Hey,
don't mess with the mouse.
Copyright with our cartoon, with the cartoons, but you can't do our fucking movies. That's a no-go.
Yep.
Right.
Next, we got some X-Transbots lock. I guess some finalized pictures
Did they ever release this before?
I thought that they did. I thought something happened where they released some and then they were fucked up and then they had to go back to the drawing board on it.
He's a little, I don't know. It's hard to cup such.
It's kind of weird. He's got like 8 abs and shit like that. You see that? Like,
yeah. Like I guess when you're 87,000 million years old, you get an 8-pack eventually. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
All that. It's all that yelling at people and smoking all them cigars.
Yeah, that's why his face looks all fucking old like that. All them cigars.
You know, for as good as this looks, I think I'm okay with just the Fans Toys one I already have.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Fans Toys.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've been on a hot streak and everything, but I think I'm good with the Fans Toys. It's a good looking figure though.
Yeah.
For what it is.
I mean, the thing they got going for them is as long as they didn't screw up something in the quality of the design, then they've got the advantage on price over Fans Toys, and that's really I think Fans Toys is their only competition, other than maybe Takara MPs or whatever. And even that, see, that's a much better picture of them right there. That looks a lot better, that angle.
Yeah.
I don't have a Fans Toys one, and I don't know, unless they re-release that, I probably won't get one.
I thought that I wouldn't be surprised because they're re-releasing everything. So
we'll see. But this is an easy one to grab now, just to have a MP, because I never got any figure of him.
I mean, it looks pretty good from the back. I mean, I don't really have any complaints.
It all wraps up pretty good, and it's not anywhere near a backpack like some of the other ones that they've had lately. So.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a contender.
Oh yeah, definitely. The abs kind of throw me off, but I mean, I don't give a shit. I mean, they're technically, they made it look humanoid, like with the stomach. So
yeah,
you know, the truth is, if it's anything like what they did with the gosh damn Junkions, I'd be impressed because I love
those Junkions are phenomenal. We talked about a few weeks ago about those, but
if I only had the money to grab all those guys, because I don't think I would be able to buy one or two of them. I'd want all of them.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Is that Ollie?
That's Ollie that he's yelling at. You're a shitty toy. No, I'm just kidding.
Did they make an Ollie 3.0 yet?
You look like crap.
I thought they did. I
know they made a 2.0 and it still wasn't good.
I wiped something off my boot that looked like you, boy.
Yeah, right.
That's a good alt mode. Actually, I like that. I mean, I've always thought Cup's alt mode was like definitely an old person. Like,
dude, the alt mode kind of reminds me of like a space El Camino
or a hearse,
a space pickup truck.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be a pickup truck, but it's like, I don't know. To see like Sideswipe or Sunstreaker like lying in the back of that, being like, "What's up, dude? Give me a ride."
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's pretty good.
It's just enough color in it to set it off really well.
So continuing on XTB's hot streak, they showed pictures, and see if it actually pops up, of the omnibots.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
These alt modes are almost better, worth getting these guys over just the fact that they're the omnibots. Like these alt modes are freaking. You got a Supra, you got an old Ferrari, you got a freaking.
Look at that. I get like a Mask vibe with this when I see this picture that they showed. You know what I mean? Like with the transfer. I love how that the doors fold down and everything else. Like
that's super.
That's pretty cool.
They got all the alt modes.
They need to do Mask Transformers. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Look at that. I was never into the Omnibots. I didn't get quite that. Well, I did watch them, but those characters weren't like standout for me. So
when were the Omnibots a thing?
That was like season 4 or something. Wasn't it a Japanese series or something?
I think they were between. I don't know if they were in. I'm trying to think if they were in something. The toys were because they were the mail order guys that came out. I thought.
Yeah, they were
2 and 3 or 1 and 2 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as a kid, I didn't remember the Omnibots at all, and I'm trying to remember.
I knew that they were mail order toys, but beyond that, I can't remember. I don't remember ever seeing them, but like I said, like they weren't standout characters to me, like what my favorites were. So,
were they supposed to be mini bots or something, like small as like Brawn and?
They were like I guess you would call them a deluxe class. They were the same size as like Sunstreaker and Sideswipe.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
back then, the G1 versions were big. I had no idea.
Yeah, they were the regular size. Yeah, that's crazy because you look at what the price was for those things at the time. They were like $5 plus your points plus the shipping.
Yeah,
it's like ridiculous. $5 for those at the time.
Wow.
I wonder what they're going to be now. But here's the Ferrari version. What was his name? Do you recall?
That's Overdrive, I think.
Overdrive, yeah.
You got Downshift, Overdrive, and Camshaft. And Camshaft's the funny one because Camshaft is a Mazda, and Mazda, the RXs anyway, don't have camshafts.
Yeah, which is funny.
And they were Autobots, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, I think they had Autobot symbols, right?
Sorta, yeah. I mean, they were
they were called Omnibots, but I don't know if they had. I thought they had symbols, but I don't know now.
I don't remember. It's been forever. But look at the detailing on this. Looks kind of cool in the front.
He was the guy that has this is his whole, not the whole front end, but that was like the chest, as opposed to like laying down like a lot of the car bots did. His was like literally stuck straight out. Kind of gave him that more heroic look to him.
Look at
that.
Strategist.
I wonder what Kincaid's in on these two.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks good. I dig it. Oh my god.
I mean, look at the car mode.
That Magnum PI Ferrari. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I hope Reaper Labels does a set to where you can put the Lamborghini logo on the front of this. You know what I mean? Or Ferrari.
Yeah, the little horse. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a freaking.
I hear you humming the theme song.
Yeah, it looks good. I love it, dude. I'm inspired. You know.
I dig it.
I can only think of the A-Team theme. I would have been wrong.
Yeah. God, look at that. That looks good.
Man.
I might get these just for the alt modes. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. These are amazing looking cars.
Look at that. Look at that ass. God, look at all that stuff folded up inside there like that. That's crazy. Headlights flip up.
Just on a side note, since we're looking at old cars, I thought I heard somebody say that that Lamborghini is coming out with a new updated Countach.
Ooh.
And
that'd be interesting.
Can you imagine if they came out with a new Sideswipe or Sunstreaker or somebody else with that mold, or one of these guys, anything like that, where you could use the new one? That would be super awesome.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
But
could it be in time for the next movie?
Flip up headlights. That's so 80s. That's so amazing.
Oh God, look at that. Look, it even has the steering wheel and everything on the inside. That's fucking crazy.
and yeah, and this is going to be probably what, $120 maybe, 110,
give or take.
somewhere around there.
Fioravante. I wonder if it's going to scale with the rest of the classic MPs, or if it's going to scale with like the new Fans Toys MP stuff.
It'll probably scale with their. I would assume it'll scale with their Stunticons, but
Probably, yeah.
since they
Look,
did,
gives you a couple different options there. Guns, I like the blast effects. Those are cool.
Yeah. That's the thing now. Everybody's got to do blast effects for stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. So wait a minute, we went through that one already. Why is it?
That was downshift, right?
Yeah, but somebody screwed up. They put the link in there twice. Hang on.
Wow.
Let me go back here.
Wow.
No. Well, I guess we got the same figure, just different pictures. I don't have pictures of the third one, but anyways, yeah, this looks good. So
Those look great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very Carbot like mode, like with the front the front fender feet.
Dude, it looks like the Datsuns, like how the Datsuns are.
Yeah, it's really
All right, so next we got some. I don't know if you saw this. This is Recyclers from Mechanic Toys, which is MechFansTooooys. They're doing Wreck-Gar.
Didn't somebody already get one of these?
I don't know.
I thought Chuck maybe got one, but in any case, it's still it looks.
I don't remember anybody getting these. I'm pretty sure if Chuck would have got one of these, it would have been plastered everywhere.
That's why I thought he had put something up, but there was a point where I think I was not able to look at everything. So I don't know.
But it's kind of weird. Like some of the plastic is like,
Or maybe he had the Hasbro one.
maybe I don't know.
Am I looking at this wrong, or is it more pink than brown than it should be?
Yeah, like that. Maybe it's just the way the plastic is. I don't know. Like here and then here, maybe it's maybe whoever did the photo editing for this, they changed the tone up a little bit because I've been seeing that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a very it's like a pink lipstick look almost.
Well, I'm not opposed to that color. It just doesn't make sense to see.
Yeah, like that particular tone, you know.
Yeah, need to mute it a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
gray it out a little bit. But it's a nice. I mean, these guys have been finally hitting their mark too on the stuff that they've been doing. I think most of the stuff they've had out has been pretty good. The only problem I don't know, you guys can tell me because I haven't bought any of these in a little while, is that the scale was always off with other Legend scale. Like their stuff was
Yeah,
bigger.
they were a little larger, so like MechFansTooooys, like any of those, they're like Legends plus sized.
Yeah.
So, but next we got two more links, 3 more links or whatever, and then we're good to go. I know we're approaching 2 hours and 40 minutes, so we got to get out of here. But did you see from Power Rangers Lightning Collection? God damn, it's a tongue twister today. They're doing the ninjas from the movie.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I don't like the regular faces much. Like they're like that, and the Billy
like this
one
looks like he's strung out like he's a crackhead for years.
He's like he's trying to squeeze it out there. Like
his eyes look like that when Michael Dudikoff was being asked about ninjas.
Oh yeah, right.
Ninjas.
See,
Look,
and that looks it looks like I had a bender for over the weekend, and then and was in Fight Club at the same time.
Yeah, right.
But all the other, like the half mask ones where you can see their eyes, and that one, that's cool.
This one here, that looks better to me than this other head right here. So
absolutely.
It's kind of interesting that they're doing them though. All right, let's just go to. I got a couple more here. All right, screw it. Fuck you, Super 7. But anyway, did you see Super 7 is doing the Simpsons
I saw the email and I didn't get a chance to click on it because I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, but this looks.
Dude, it's $275 for a set of 5. Like, that's crazy.
Wow, they really upped the price on these, didn't they?
I wonder if they have to pay for licensing, like out the ass for these or something.
They might. I think it's funny they included Poochie.
Oh yeah, dude, look over here. They got him with the fucking eggs with the jar. That the yeah. Mo.
Yep. And it's the panda. I remember the episode where he's like, "Hey guys, they're onto us, on delay," and he's trying to get him to leave.
Yep. I think it's a weird choice that they did all oddball characters except Mo.
Yeah, well, it's like all the TV show characters, then the weird, Homer in space, and then Mo. It's like,
Yeah.
I guess they had to go start somewhere, but.
Yep. I mean, it's not for me. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it except their April O'Neil sucks. So anyway, yeah. So was it XTB Abaddon? I guess that's how you say it. Dude, this they're now in the resin stage, and what do you guys think of this?
I think they're a little late to the game for a Galvatron, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks, again, this is the edge that they have is this looks really, really good.
Yeah, it does.
It's an MP scale, and it's going to be half the price of their main competition. But, I mean, at the same time, though, we just got a mainline Galvatron that pretty damn good.
For what it is, yeah.
But I would like to see them do some other color variations with this guy, or do like a Straxus or something based off of this,
Oh, yeah.
Really set it off as something different. But I don't know. I mean, if I had just picked up a FansTooooys one, I probably would be all over this. But it looks, I will say, it looks pretty damn good. That's a good shot right there. That face. I'm not sure if his crescent on his head's a little exaggerated or not, but it looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
Need some bigger feet, maybe, though. I don't know.
I mean, they can't be any. I mean, the feet are better than what is it, the DX9 version, which was like 2 half circles.
Yeah.
So
I have that one.
Yeah. There he is next to was it MP74, and all right, he's next to Optimus Megatron, the official masterpiece. It's pretty good. Pretty good size on it. I always thought Galvatron was like a little bigger anyway. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's just weird to see him all gray. No
Right?
colors yet. So.
I'm pretty sure someone's going to throw some color on that.
Not only that, like his cannon looks very. You know what I'm saying?
See, that angle right there, it doesn't look huge, but like it's very
short.
No homo. It's no, I'm just kidding. It's very
Stunning.
thick.
Yeah,
Very cigar.
Very stout. Yeah.
Yeah, stout. There you go. Stout's rotund.
Here it looks like he's trying to sniff his armpit, but he can't do it because of his shoulder pad. Like, he's like minty fresh, yes. No, I mean, one thing it will not have is like FansTooooys version. Remember how it has that piece in the armpits or the side? That shit that always falls off sometimes, or it falls down. That, I mean, it definitely looks like a complete different transformation. So, and it comes with that same old blast effect.
It's Christmas.
Galvatron. It's Galvatron's Christmas tree.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, for people that didn't get on the FansTooooys, this is a good option.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if you didn't have FansTooooys, this should be your first go-to.
They should stop calling themselves X-Transbots. They should call themselves Fans Options.
Fans option. Only fans options. All right, and then here's the last thing of the night. I'm excited about this. I hope somebody does it. But on Weibo, let's see if it actually loads. Someone is doing
That
a
turtle
true
van.
12 scale turtle van. Look at this shit. And this looks like it's the NECA sized, right? Like the NECA sized turtles.
Yeah, it looks like it. This 2022 is going to be the year of the gigantic vehicles.
God, look at that.
You got this. You got a Thunder Tank. You got well, Razor Crest will be out this year. You got all this.
Dude, I can just imagine how big this thing's going to be, how heavy it is, too.
Man.
Dude, I hope it gives you, like, remember, like, the gimmick back in the day of the spring-loaded mechanism that shoots, like, missiles? I hope it gives you that.
That would be awesome. If not, they should come out with a kit that you can buy, like an add-on kit that swaps it out for a spring-loaded dealio.
But it definitely looks good. I mean, look at that. You can... The whole cockpit, like everything.
I'm gonna buy that and move into it. I'm gonna live in there.
No shit.
Turtles.
But I'm definitely in on that shit. Like I did the Thunder Tank, and I'm like regretting it now. But I'm just like, damn, did I really want that? But I can't pass it up. It's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Like, how can you pass up? I don't even have the NECA shit. What's
You
that?
don't. You have the space. You don't pass up on any of it. You did a good job by getting the Thunder Tank and getting this.
Yeah, because trust me, you even if you decide you don't want it, you will
You
make.
can always flip it. Yeah.
You'll
someone-
get your money
Yeah.
back for sure.
But because I was gonna make a turtle van, but I'm just like, dude, someone dropped this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, I'm in on it. You can definitely tell that this is like a resin, or no, this is somebody, they probably 3D printed this and then sprayed it all gray. That's what it looks like, because you can see the orange peel all over the place. You can see the pitting and stuff. So I'm in on it.
It looks great. Even if it doesn't move, that's a great looking. Piece.
So it's this company called Underground Arsenal. The conversion rate is $120 for the first batch with free shipping.
It's Chinese.
$120 for that thing?
I just did a conversion rate. 780 what Chinese is 120 US.
That's a no-brainer. Seriously.
You might as well get doubles.
Yeah.
For that price.
I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be 250, 300 maybe, but
I love the description on this. Fourth quarter 2021. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the first time anybody's ever seen anything about this.
yeah.
And it's coming out the end of the year. Like, the first batch, free shipping, color match, reference animation. It is true. It says 12 scale. Internal structure, blah, blah, blah. Magnetic doors are movable and transparent windows. There's turret storage. All weapons are movable. Compatible with most 6-inch dolls in the world. I love that. That's funny. And it says movable wheels with
to realize cards.
to realize carts. What the fuck? All right. Anyway.
So Barbie can play with this or the turtles.
Yeah. Right. So.
I'm a turtle girl.
Oh my
Turtle
god.
world.
Jesus.
Well, I like to. Yeah, we got to give out the first and foremost. Where can we find you, Sir Jay?
I honestly,
Oh yeah, I was gonna get you last.
Save the best for last,
last,
right?
yeah.
Why don't you let him go first? Let
Okay.
him go first. Let him go first. There you go.
Then go-
sorry, that was my
Sir
bad.
Diehard? No, go ahead, Sir Diehard. Where?
Die
Well,
hard.
Really not too many places to find me. I'm on the Toy Mechanics page on Facebook, or you can just find my Facebook page. But I don't use my Facebook page except to go to the Toy Mechanics and Realm pages, and to buy shit off of Facebook Marketplace. But other than that, yeah, that's your best place to find me.
Cool. How about
Nice,
you, young
nice.
Jay? Where can we
Oh
find you?
yeah. You can find me here with you guys every Thursday. Bullshitting, having fun, do what we want, say what we want type of thing. Yeah, you can find me at Clutch2345 on Xbox. You can find me on the Realm of Collectors and the Toy Mechanics page. You know, trying to find stuff, customizing, like whatever else, having fun, and also the Realm, same thing, doing the same thing, having fun. Great people, both sections. Shout out to the Total Package podcast. They will be recording again this Thursday. Bethany kind of missed this past week because we just had a lot going on with Justin and them coming in town and all that. So we had to get like the guest room and all that shit ready. You know how it goes. So, but she wasn't on last week, but she'll be on, it looks like, this week. So shout out to her and the girls over there. All the ladies having fun, doing their thing. Be sure to check them out Thursday evenings. Wanted to give a quick shout out. I know this will be popping up Thursday, but tomorrow, which is Monday, will be my niece's birthday that you saw in that picture. So happy birthday to her. So, and I guess, that's pretty much it for me. So what about you, Coco?
Well, mostly you can find me here because I kick it here with the team.
The homies.
Yeah, at the Nerds and Smoking. And you can find me mostly on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly a lurker on Facebook these days. I only give happy birthdays or whenever I see a post that's just so awesome, I give it a like and a love. But you never hardly ever see me interact with people because the truth is, I too am afraid of having to deal with SJW backlash on social media. So I decided
I want a shirt for us that says, "Are we canceled yet?"
Yeah,
like, just for the fuck of it. Like
they can't hit a moving target.
Right. So yeah, you can mostly find me just doing YouTube videos, really on for doing New Comic Book Day at CocoaSmooth 619, and in the weekends when I share most of my ill-gotten pops, and you can find me at CocoaSmooth at Instagram, where I post the pictures. Sometimes when I get in the mood to post a picture, if I get the inspiration to take pictures of my stuff, whether it's comics or pops or toys, I do so. I stopped doing pictures and things of Transformers because there's already people who already do that on the regular.
You can take a picture of this.
Folks, I just wanted to tell you guys that for reals, I know we joke a lot about OnlyFans, but none of us here actually have OnlyFans accounts.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. I don't. First of all, I don't even. Is that an app or is that a website? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. I don't even go on one, to be honest. So.
Why would I? I don't have the money to give to these girls. But I could barely.
Hey, maybe they should do like
in my own pop collection.
Maybe they should do like an expansion on OnlyFans and do a dating site and call it Lonely Fans or something. I don't know.
OnlyFansTooooys.
Oh wow! All right.
Well, with that said, we got you can catch this episode on Thursday, where we are always on Thursdays, and with that, the nerds have spoken.
We out.
We out.